us know if the sound is good, if it needs to be higher or lower or whatever. Also, we're waiting for Rick to come back. He's taking a short poop detour to the bathroom is what I was going to say, but fine. That's okay.
Use that.
Yeah. As you can see, we have a new cam today, so we're going to be filming some actual, token and grid stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Because we don't need to have the chat thingy in the screen anymore, because YouTube has been clever enough to just make it permanent. Yay! I can see that Liana is here and Vezwing is here. Woo! Yay!
High-pitched noise?
High-pitched noise. I cannot hear a high-pitched noise, but obviously not. Maybe it's the sound of my voice.
No.
Highly unlikely. Well, if anyone has the high-pitched noise, let us know.
So sorry.
It's okay.
We
We haven't started yet, so like officially. Take it off!
Sorry, Kasim was looking at me. Take it off. Take the sock comes off. That would literally be my first and last engagement with the boudoir. Throwing the sock into the crowd. Deaths occur. I get sued.
Death sock. Hey,
what?
Over here.
I just got comfy.
We don't need him.
Over
Well, we're waiting for him then. Because we're going to take a selfie.
Yeah.
But you can be in it,
Okay.
There we go.
That's beautiful. That's probably the best picture we've ever taken.
Am I sitting in the far background like?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Such a sport.
You always take great pictures.
But
It should be a sport.
There isn't any source
For the electric high pitch noise? No, not unless that one is picking up the computer or something, I don't think.
not on.
No.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
We can check, because it could be because there's two microphones.
Yep. It could be, yes.
So
Oh, there's-
Is that one a microphone?
Check if it continues.
Yeah, does it help now? Because she turned off one of the thingies.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah. In the meantime, yeah. If it's the first time that you're tuning into this episode, you should go back probably 3 episodes to the one called The Mortalitazi. Is that what it's called? I don't remember. Yay.
Yes, I think so. It's the one with Leclerc.
Yes, Leclerc. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's called Leclerc. Because this is sort of the finale of this mini arc. Yeah, 4 episodes. Yes, 4 episodes back.
Sound worse.
What?
Sound
it's worse?
worse?
That's
How is that
insane.
even possible?
Impossible. If you take the mic, there's
Yeah.
a gain button or wheel that you can turn there.
Okay, so turn it up or down.
Yeah, or I can actually walk over and do that.
We have tech support
Yay!
by the lovely Ingrid Beast.
So, in future, we're going to be starting 10 minutes earlier so we can do a sound check.
Yeah. Although we did do a sound check earlier.
That doesn't matter,
No, it doesn't.
because whenever you,
Whenever we go live, something goes
then
wrong.
it's, exactly. We need to, tease it out by going live earlier.
Hopefully it'll be better now. I don't know. Let us know. It's picking up noise at least, so that's good. I can see it registering.
I mean, let's put it this way.
Can't
If you
even
can,
hear you
if you
guys.
can put up with these 3, then you can put up with the sound.
There's a lag though, so it might be the
Yeah.
lag.
Bang, bang, bang!
Hopefully it'll work.
Alternatively, you can swap mics and use the
It was good then not.
Okay.
And you didn't have that high pitched noise?
Okay, I have another idea. Alternative solution.
Sofa cat.
Check now.
It's a cat on the sofa.
I've turned off that mic and turned that off.
Okay.
So,
So we're trying a different mic. Let's see if it's good or not.
Might I have a glass of water? I have something to drink.
Let's see.
As long as you ask like Bruce Lee. Yeah, like Bruce Lee.
Can I have a glass of water?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
can I have the Hear Me Roar glass?
The
Yes.
sound is better, but the high pitched noise is back. Maybe it's just on my end. It might be.
Actually, that
Can
might
you
go
others in the chat let us know if you hear a high-pitched noise?
Noise coming in, incoming.
Yeah. No, but that's fine.
Gosh, this book is taking a kicking.
Let's see.
Bare kjent en ledning som kom bort til hodet.
Well, I hope it sorts itself. If not, we might have to unplug and plug mine in or something. I don't know.
Well, what is usually the problem? The cause for high-pitched whining on recordings?
Well, sometimes it's feedback,
Uh-huh.
and other times it's like interference. Or if a filter is broken or something.
If someone could like go into the, could someone go into the hallway with their mobile and then take a look at the feed via their
I turned it off.
No.
mobile?
That might have been the issue.
Right. Well, maybe it'll work now. Vess says I can't hear the noise, or it might be because Espen is being loud behind me.
Hint, hint, Espen, hint, hint.
Hint, hint.
Can I get my magic player killing dice? Which never work.
Player killing.
If they still don't work.
Please give us feedback on the sound now. We have swapped again, but increased the gain on the first microphone. So the high-pitched noise that some of you might be hearing should technically be gone now.
Otherwise, we could just be victim blaming and say it's your PC.
Maybe.
I think maybe if we scooch a little bit that way, because it's quite a big gap here.
Yeah. So please come closer. And sound is bad again. Can you see the grey wheel on the side there? If you knock it up so that goes to 10. 10. It should say on the side of the wheel.
Oh my god, I need glasses. It says 10 now.
Yeah. Sound is bad again, like inside a pillow.
It's
not
it's
good.
pillow
You
talk.
want me to hook mine up?
I think we'll just use that because it doesn't seem like anyone else is getting that noise. So, and that is actually good.
Yeah,
and
go
listen.
check.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Can I just ask someone to do
Yeah,
that?
you did. I heard you.
Thank you. Because you heard me, but nobody listened.
Well, I'm kind of stuck, so I can't go anywhere right
That's
now.
true.
Where are we going?
No, Tanya is just going to check to listen to the audio to see if
Yeah.
she can get the high pitch.
That I got.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I can't hear any pitchy.
No. It doesn't sound.
And better, Veswing says. Okay, well, hopefully that's it then.
That's a fair point, actually.
It was like normal for a little while, and suddenly it was like super high.
Now we can hear you, but it is
And
kind
you
of
were, like,
echoey and high
echoing.
pitch is still there. I don't know what's going on.
Ingrid?
Veswing says slight echo.
Angie,
Yes.
there's a mic on that.
Yeah.
There's a mic on that.
I'm using that.
Is that one on?
No.
Sure.
Well, it says that Rick has a slight echo.
Yeah, because it was on for a very short period of time.
Then it's just like we
Yeah,
ignore that.
but the thing is that the sound was okay for a good while, and as I was like just before I asked to go and check the sound, the sound kind of pitched up or something, got louder
Yeah.
all of a sudden.
No, go back. We need you still.
I'm getting good sound on this.
Okay.
Check again.
If we get 2 people with good sound, I'm good to go. Also, I like sending her to do little dog concerns. It's like having one's own house elf. It's brilliant.
Creature doesn't like soxes.
But Dobby does.
Creature.
Creature is a creature that.
It sounds good.
It sounds
Okay,
good.
good.
This good sound.
2 people have good sound.
Right.
And
then-
I'm not even on internet, so.
So, yeah. Alright, that took like 12 minutes of our lives. But at least we've got it fixed now, so that's good.
Can we play an RPG now, please?
Yes.
Let's play.
Your
It's
mouth's
lovely.
spreading like crazy.
Your hair as it is right now.
What?
Your hair as it is right now just made me think Asha. Oh, Yasha? Yara.
Yeah.
Yara
Ya-
Greyjoy.
No,
Her
no,
name is
no,
Asha.
No. Critical Role.
Oh, Yasha, yeah. Yeah, maybe I could do a Yasha
Well,
someday.
maybe you could. Yeah. I was thinking of doing Mr. Frumpkins.
I like Caleb so much.
Oh, right, yeah, Mr. Frumpkins is the cat's name, isn't it?
Yeah,
Caleb's the...
Widowgast is his last name.
I do believe we can actually start now.
Yeah.
Sounding good? Alright, cool. Hi guys, welcome to another exciting, amazing, and undoubtedly horrifically amusing, thank you laptop, episode of the Kestrels, sponsored of course by Fateful, Fumble. This one is episode 4 of this particular arc, which you should probably go back 3 episodes to start with if you've not seen it yet. So I've got to do that now before I start doing a previously on stuff. You gone? Good. Right. Previously on this particular arc, we saw the Kestrels help out the companion Leclerc, who was, it turned out, being followed and hunted by their fellow Grey Wardens because of some misdemeanor that she'd done in the past. Without going into too much details about that, they assisted each other in stopping a threat called Zast the Revenant King, who was an entity deep under the sewers of Ostwick. This creature was also responsible for a lot of the rampant undead in the sewers. So a great deed was done that day, especially considering they found this ancient Mortalatarsi character in the sewers who'd been trying his best to keep it all wrapped up. However, it came in as a cost. Not only were some of the Grey Wardens killed, but Gaffy was possessed and fled the scene.
Dun dun dun.
When they arrived home, depleted, depressed, and generally feeling not super, there was a letter which turned up for Valeth. Now Valeth probably gets a lot of fan mail all the time. However, this particular piece of writing was written by herself some 10 or so, wait no, 8-10-ish years prior, in her own handwriting, saying something like, "Come here, I have the solution." Confused, the next episode was essentially us revisiting her current memories on the subject of her life in Kinloch Hold, also known as the tower at Lake Callanhad in Ferelden, which ended us with us realising that something was wrong with her memories. Into the Kinloch Hold, they discovered that not only was there something wrong with Valeth's memories, so there was something wrong with Valeth as well. She wasn't Valeth. It turns out that a long time ago, Valeth met a spirit of knowledge, which, when Valeth died, replaced her in every single way possible. This revelation has caused a bit of a shocker, especially finding out that Desmond had passed on her phylactery to his brother, which turned out to be Keth. A lot of questions to be answered. However, upon gaining the Litany of Adrala, which was the artifact that they were meant to get, and also rediscovering old friends from her childhood in the form of Luna, who's still crazy, they met Keth at the edge of the lake to discover that not only was he here, but so was Zast possessing Gaffy within a couple of miles of the circle. And here we start.
I just have to say, Lyra is saying, first, she's insulting us. Go! My young ears will just have to deal with the pitch. I hear old people can't hear high-pitched noise anymore. Secondly, hashtag save Gaffy. And then third, also mom is godlike. Which is me. Or Valeth, rather.
She's not allowed to comment anymore. I'm removing
revoking her privileges.
We were speaking about playing some PUBG with you. I was right about what I feared.
Not
that's
Ranira, Ryurai.
Oh, Ryurai.
Yeah, that's
she's getting cheeky.
Yes.
I blame Rara.
I support it.
Yeah, she's a bad influence. Big sister. We begin at night. The group on horseback are stopping at the foot of a rise, one of many in this part of Ferelden. You're approximately southwest of Lake Calenhat. You've been travelling all night. The Ferelden summer here is already beginning, and it's wet, hot wind coming from the east. It's uncomfortable, and there's a really solid silence that's set on the group as you're still trying to get your head around the events from the tower. No one wants to say anything. No one wants to ask a question because it demands an answer. And those answers seem to be more terrible every time someone gives one. With you is still Oysand, the scout. What happened to Luna exactly? Do you think she just wandered off talking about crazy things?
Yeah, well, I think that Luna just, met a spirit that was like, hey, you come here, I'll show you something, and she followed it. And she said to Valeth, smell you later. Or something.
Sounds appropriate.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Seems legit.
Bye.
It's been nice knowing you again for 5 minutes after not seeing you forever. It's great you're alive.
Also, you're a blood mage. Don't know how I feel about that yet, but okay.
What's a little blood between friends?
Oh, you went there.
It's that time of the year, I guess. Excuse me. Still coming over a chest infection. Keth, who's leading the group, gets off his horse, and then with a hand gesture asks all of you to dismount. He turns and nods to a scout that emerges from some bushes, garbed in what seems to be Inquisition attire, except the old Inquisition attire. On your way here, you actually notice some Inquisitional soldiers, and it seems things are looking up for them. New weapons, new clothes. Your part of the operation, so to speak, your secret, blacklisted part, is still using a lot of hand-me-downs from the old days. He turns around to you and comes over, whispering, okay, time to get reacquainted. So, I managed to get a lead on Gaffy from some traders coming into Oswick. Really simple if you think about it. Someone's going to notice a kid running around, right?
Right.
From there, I rode like a nug with its arse on fire to the coast and inquired at the docks. Apparently Gaffy had been seen sneaking aboard a merchant ship, heading to Ferelden of all places. So, some gold spent later, I managed to get the trail returned back to south of Jada. The roads are clearer now thanks to the Inquisition, but didn't want to bump into any soldiers, especially with point to the modified Templar logo on his breastplate, especially with this. Of course, when I realised how close they were to Kinloch Hold, well, I needed to come and get you. There's no way I'm going to face this on my own. Now, your turn. What exactly happened?
I don't even know where to begin, if I'm being honest. I think Valeth just takes the letters she found and just gives them to him and says, "This is part of it."
These are the ones back and forth from Desmond, yeah?
Yeah.
Takes the letters in a gauntleted hand and looks at them. You see his eyes widen as he recognises the hand script. Wow. Huh. I haven't seen this handwriting in years.
Neither have I.
Wait. No way.
Apparently, way.
So you're that Valeth?
It seems like.
Huh. So, you haven't been in touch with Desmond then, I guess?
I thought he was dead. There were a lot of things that happened in that tower. I'm not even sure who I am anymore.
Well, you're,
and we probably don't have the time to go into all of this right now, but we need to talk because apparently he sent you something at some point.
Yes.
And I thought he was dead, and he's not.
Fix the notes. Oh! Right, yeah, the doohickey. It's, that was a phylactery, of course.
The doohickey?
Oh, he sent me some jewellery, the letter which I received. This is a great, much clearer copy. The letter I received was covered in dirt and mud and such by the time it got to me. I didn't make much sense of it. And there was some sort of strange, I don't know. I didn't know what a phylactery was back then. I just put two and two together now. God, I'm stupid. It's with my parents, down at the farm. Up in the Vimark Mountains.
Okay. If I understand things correctly, that used to belong to me.
Well then.
Still does. We have so much to talk about.
Gaffy.
Gaffy first.
Gaffy first.
Gaffy first.
Gaffy first.
I can't. I don't even have my thoughts gathered at the moment. I don't even know how to explain what happened, but we'll get to it. But we have to find Gaffy. We don't have time for this.
You see Furl just sitting on a bookshelf behind you guys, like you haven't even noticed that she's
Outside?
sitting there. No.
No, there's a random
With
bookshelf. On this place.
I don't know. She's just on a crate, whatever.
On a horse.
Yeah.
She's perched on a horse.
Very close.
Yeah.
So close you didn't even notice she was that close. Like this, and you turn on like, you didn't even know. And she's just like putting popcorn in her mouth, like, go on.
Thoroughly invented popcorn instead of. Nope, you don't see shit. Sorry.
No, the gist of it is, just so you understand why I might be a little bit upset and non-coherent at the moment, I died.
Well, you look great.
Not now, but 10 years ago.
You look
died.
really great.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So apparently Des convinced a spirit of knowledge to possess my body.
Yay.
And I was dead.
Okay.
And so that spirit, which is apparently me,
Right.
was called Estra,
Right.
but isn't Estra anymore,
Right.
or a hybrid, or neither. I don't know.
So the Valeth you know, Kath, isn't the Valeth that used to exist before, basically.
He just like looks at you back and forth.
It's still Valeth.
If
To
you've ever
us.
seen like a dog looking at you when you're trying to explain like I don't know rocket science,
Oh yeah,
and he's
every
like,
day.
"Yeah, we're gonna play with the ball though. It'd be great. The ball, and then he just eventually kind of leans forward and cups your chin in his hand, looks you dead in the eye. You're Valeth. Not only that, you're my Valeth. Also, who the hell is that? Also, I have absolutely no idea what any of that means. So I'm going to keep it simple and go hit something with my sword.
You don't even have to hit something with your sword. We just have to save Gaffy.
You mean I came all this way and I don't get to hit something with my sword?
I didn't say that,
This
no.
is the worst day ever.
Could be. Don't make it worse for her, at least.
I think she just kind of breathes out like a sigh of relief. Like, that kind of makes it bearable at the moment.
Uh-huh.
And then she'll say, okay, let's save Gaffy.
Yes. And then afterwards, ice cream and alcohol and maybe some diamond.
I
Maybe
know
some
what that
diamonds.
means. It starts with S. And ends with the letter that looks like an X.
Valeth will probably just go like, shut up. Yes,
There's
yes to all of the above.
There's a very
The
gentle...
Duodai says, "Aw, I ship it. That is so adorable helping Valeth."
there's this
We're more
delightful, faint hue of pink that's just rising on his face.
She'll just give him a smooch on the cheek and like, let's go.
The hue develops into a nice, radiant red.
And Pearl
Guide our way.
walks by with her horse and she's like, oh, by the way, Kath, that colour suits you. And she points to his face.
Hold it! Which he puts on backwards.
And this entire time, Oisan has just been, talking and patting his horse. Talking to and patting
No, I
his
don't
horse.
understand them. No, I'm so glad I have you. You're at least understandable and quiet.
At the rear of the horse, he takes a shit. I understand your horse. He's making not so pleasant noises. You must like me. No, he's taking a shit. Now, you also remember that in your hand, you have the Litany of Adrala, which is a 2-ringed scroll.
Yes.
You remember from your teachings that to use it, you simply pull it out and read it. And the rumour is that the hero of Ferelden used it to disrupt the traitor Uldred's plans on having everyone possessed forcibly. Apparently it disrupts a demon's connection to anyone in the area. You don't know if it's going to work on Zas, though somebody obviously did. Sounds like the knowledge spirit Estra thought it would work.
Yeah.
And although the idea is probably a bit confusing to you, you being Estra and Valeth, or neither, or both, either way, it's what you got.
Yeah. Work with what you got.
Exactly. The area ahead, as the dawn comes, the sun is rising. There is light casting itself lazily across the landscape around that particular part of Ferelden, which is essentially, it looks like the land has bad acne. It's just lots of bumps and rises in the landscape, nothing much to speak of. It's actually, I do believe it's part of the hinterlands. Probably is, because the hinterlands are gigantic. Huge. Fog is already starting to rise in the area, and you hear the sound of crows cawing in the distance, or razorbills, depending on where you are. Over the rise, there is another large mound, one of thousands. However, this one has a bit of a difference to it. This one has some stones placed into its side. One there, and one slapped on the top. There used to be a capstone covering these stones, but it's been removed. Around it, placed neatly into alcoves in the rock decorating the side of this cave entrance, are nearly 100 small candles. They're all lit, and you can hear, despite the morning chorus of the birds nearby, you can hear the popping of tallow candles, animal fat they used to use in the old days. The smell wafts over you, and it's quite impressive.
Strong, I guess.
These stones are ancient. Does anyone want to take a look at the writing that seems to be engraved on those stones?
Yes. Arcana.
If you have Cunning lore or cunning languages. I think languages is lore, isn't it?
Well, I have cultural healing, historical. No, I don't. But I do have linguistics.
Go with linguistics. That's perfect.
Or well, no, that's a talent though. Not
Is
a
it? Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
in that case, go with history.
history.
Yes.
Yes, I do have historical lore.
You get it? Man.
Ooh, double.
Oh.
11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Yeah, so the target number was 13, so yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
got a double.
Yeah, you get all of the information here.
Oh, also, I have lore. So, master.
Braggity brag.
Actually.
Master! Master! On the stone framing is a script. It's actually easy to read, but very hard to understand. It's a proto-common tongue. Now, as a lot of people know, common tongue was in fact invented by the dwarfs a long time ago to help them to communicate with the other races.
Good for them.
It's just interesting that the humans adopted it and evolved it on their own to become the king's tongue or the trade tongue. This particular dialect on the stone is old, judging by some of the remaining dwarven expressions and such. In fact, you see some dwarvish sentence structure where they like to put the subject before the object, blah blah blah, grammar stuffs. However, it reads, "Here be the secrets of secrets, that the fade is the real and the real is the fade. Kersast will set us free."
Okay.
You probably read that out.
Yeah, I read that out loud.
Secret of secret, the fade is the real and the real is the fade.
Is it a riddle?
Well, it does sound like one.
Mel, none.
Yeah. Kazast will set us free. Does the ka in front of it mean anything?
You recognise that the X in the alphabet hadn't been received into the common tongue at that point, so the K and the S was used to make that sound.
Okay.
Everyone's been calling him Zast, but the Z sound wasn't in the language yet.
Right.
So this might be his original name.
Okay, Kazast. Okay. Then that's something I have.
Does anyone have tracking? Probably always on. What's that?
Yep.
Want to take a look at the ground or thereabouts?
Do the candles, the way they're set up, mean anything?
Nothing.
No.
In so much as you can tell, it's just there for aesthetic.
16?
16? Yeah, there's been a lot of movement around here. A good 30 or so people, in fact. Some larger than others. And since you got a 16, I can tell you that it looks like they've been dragging something big. But since you got so high, I'll tell you it's not something, it's someone. Big feet.
Guys, I think there have been a lot of people walking about here, and I can see that someone has been
Dragged.
over here. That
Well,
way.
Okay. Does the hole look like it's deep, like cave or whatever it is we found? Does it look like it goes a long way in?
Yes, downwards.
Right. So something was brought out. It looks like
In.
No,
in. It was brought in. Okay.
I was like that way.
Right. So
Because the footprints go that way.
yeah, what kind of footprints are they?
Do I know?
It's difficult to say. I mean, obviously.
Can I educated guess?
Did you get a guess? Boots.
They are very, it's boots. Nicely made boots.
So well, humanoids at least.
Yes.
Like the
Some
man's
trolls.
print, kids, female.
Yeah, I think it's man. It's quite big.
Actually,
Or
seem to be men. Potentially women. It's always difficult depending on. Some
Yeah, but
people.
like it's the difference with the size, like
And some
36 than a 40.
2.
There's a large varying set of scales.
Yeah, well, this one could be female. This one might be male. I mean, its size and the depth of the footprint is like
Right. Okay.
explain.
Well, I don't really see that we have much choice except moving forwards.
I think there might be like a 30 or so
That is a
different footprints.
Let's try not to cause any confrontation or conflicts unless we absolutely have to, I think.
That's a wise decision. Yes.
Good choice.
Feral, maybe you want to take point here? I don't know a lot about caves or traps or the dark or...
Does it look like I know a lot about caves?
I don't know, maybe you do.
Can
or maybe
I
Orson does.
lure if there are rats in the area? Can I lure them to me because I have the ranger talent to lure animals to just.
If you want, yes.
Yeah.
Why the hell not?
No.
I think a rat is a fine animal companion. I love the intensity when
I
she shakes
just
the dice.
I just want to lure some animals to me to assist us. Not that I think I managed it, but so blah blah.
Blah, blah.
I forgot. I think I don't know if it's all roll or I think it's animal handling.
Take a gander at the. I think it is animal handling communication. Yeah.
So okay. 14? What kind of animal can I get for 14?
So you begin by trying to lure the local rodents in the area. You get a bit of a shock when a rather scruffy and hairy-looking badger comes stomping over to you like this, and looks up at you expectantly, like, "You called?" In fact,
He's a sophisticated badger.
in your mind's eye, that's how he sounds. He's like, "Hello, my name is Badger."
I'm gonna name him DuPont.
Yeah, well, I'm going to, pick him up and try, as we walk, to train him to scout ahead.
Excellent. You're gonna sacrifice him, aren't you?
Oh. I will call him Gizmo.
Gizmo.
Gizmo DuPont the second.
Gizmo. Lord Gizmo DuPont the second. So. Let me just get to the right section since my page just jumped over. Inside the hole, as you walk towards the entryway, you still have that overwhelming smell of mould and burnt fat coming from all the candles. So many goddamn candles. And these candles lead inwards. Some of them have gone from being in neat little alcoves in rock to jutting out of the earth.
Maybe he's into aromatherapy.
I blow out like 10 of the candles.
Nothing happens except for the fact that it gets darker.
Yes.
Exactly as planned.
Yeah?
This would be a really messy bit to have, like, what's it called in D&D where you're a tiefling? I put out all the candles.
Thaumaturgy.
Yeah, it's for no reason.
says, don't hurt the animals.
We'll try. No promises.
By the way, in honour of a friend of mine, that badger actually believes his name is Leroy.
Wow. Not Jenkins, I hope.
I hope so too. It's a long story, I'll tell you later.
Ruin everything.
The corridor that you're actually in begins to go downwards. It's essentially earth-sided now. You can see twigs and roots coming out of the earth and going straight upwards, or even at some particular points, hands, like skeletal hands, just poking out the side of the earth, where someone's been buried a long time ago. It actually dawns on you as you're walking down that there's actually a reason why there are lots of mounds in this area. This might be an old Alamari burial mound area. Not that there's anything worth finding in half of these places, because, wealth wasn't invented back then.
Also, they're dead.
Very dead. They're not going to give you their bank details now.
No.
She can't, romance her way out of this one or flirt her way out of this one.
I'm going to say, right?
No
She
amount
wanted
of
to.
buttons will help.
I want to talk to the dead spirit. What do you want to ask? What's your pin code? So good, so good. There's also a sound being carried on the wind, which is essentially a chorus sound, like a
Oh, great, it's a cult.
I answer it with the same song. No, I don't. Nah, I just go into shadow. I think.
When you keep going down for quite a while,
Yeah.
and there's a light breeze hitting your face, which is hot and kind of reminds you of the smell of sweat and tar as well, like smoke. And you haven't smelled that since the fire back at the original HQ of the Kestrels, which is not a nice memory to have.
Traumatic, seeing as Valeth went blind.
That was that too, yeah. Hey, the dice told me, alright? Whatever.
So a pyre?
Maybe. Sacrificial something.
So I'm going to draw a map now.
Yeah,
Ingrid
that's
sets up
what
a
I
map
thought.
cam. We're going to give it a go.
Have you got the pencils?
No.
So nervous.
So basically Rick's going to draw where you die.
Yeah.
Actually, I would love to draw like a drawing of Kim's face, Rara's face, and that's the battle map.
Wow.
It's just some mind breaking, isn't it?
No, but I was thinking that Sast. I don't remember what it said, but I was thinking it meant death.
Let's see. I'm just gonna try to. Oh, but there's a delay, so of course I can't see. There we go. Yeah, so you can see from here to approximately where you have your hands.
Gotcha. Play around here, right?
Around here.
This thing is amazing. This, by the way, was it's around 169 krona. I don't know what that is in US.
Well, it would be like $20
Yeah.
approximately.
And it's like a
Probably
double-sided.
cheaper in the States than
It's one
Probably.
of the
Norway.
best battle mats I've had in a while because it's hard.
Wow.
Like your skull.
It's true, actually. I've got a few like cracks in my skull. Didn't even feel it.
Huh.
I got dropped as a baby a lot.
Oh,
I assume.
that explains so many things. No, I'm just joking. That was mean.
That was mean. Respect.
I'm only mean to people I love.
Yep.
A lot of love in this room. Everyone loves me. I even have strangers come up to me and love me.
Wow. For money?
Is that where you're getting this from?
Oh, right. He's not a manager at a coffee shop. That's just what he tells you when he comes home.
It's a front.
Yeah, you haven't seen the back room.
Wow.
Hashtag what girls say during RPGs.
Alright, you know what? Screw it. That's going to be a thing. I'm making that a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. No, that's going to be... Kath?
So you put Akalia out as Cat.
Yeah. That doesn't really.
And now you're putting Isilde out as Cat?
Well, she's closer to being Keth than Akalia is.
Yeah, it's true.
Closest to scale.
Closest to.
Actually, Isilde's taller than Kath.
Yes, she is, for sure. I just, temperament-wise, I mean, Akalia is a lot more acidic than Keth is, I would say.
To say Akalia is more acidic than Kath is like comparing caustic soda to candy. It's... I mean, Kath's the kind of guy who's having a sword fight and then goes, "Oh, kitten. Stop. Fanged skeleton, please stop for a second."
Oh, I'm sorry, did I hurt you?
Jesus Christ. When you reach the chamber, that sound of chanting becomes a din. It's louder now, echoing everywhere. The candles are actually in the thousands at this point, lining the walls. in a grate. This is this rectangular space that's in front of you. Then you see the ceiling, which runs straight ahead, caps off, and in the centre of this room is a hole. It's a large rectangle, which you can see on the map there.
Yeah.
Essentially, this room is walkways around the side, a staircase to your right, and in the centre, you can make out what is a head. A gigantic, the upper half of a head of a gigantic stone statue.
Oh, okay.
Worn, lime, it's covered in moss and all sorts of other growths. It's been down here for who knows how long. It's hooded, or rather the sculpture has it with a hood.
Can you climb it?
Possibly if you can leap across to it. And it has on its face another rag type effect with one eye visible. This wrinkled humanoid face with this stone eye, which seems to just look directly at you. Below, where this hole is, where the statue's standing, you can hear more noises, not just chanting, but also people like screaming now and then.
Okay.
But so far as you can tell, no one's noticed you.
I got 24 on my stealth roll.
Yeah, no one's really not noticed you.
So I'm gonna sneak ahead, I think.
You wanna move yourself on the figure?
Yeah, which way?
Towards the edge, I would assume.
Okay. So this is kind of like a spiraling walkway that goes down to the bottom, and the statue's in the middle.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, I
yeah,
actually fucked up there. Hold on. I mean, pooped up. You're actually entering here,
Yeah.
Okay.
and this staircase goes down to the next level.
Yeah, I
But,
move towards the staircase to get further down. And I obviously look where I'm threading for traps. As I sneak my way. I'm not
Roll
just...
perception.
Yeah.
Does anyone look over the edge?
Soon, as I get a bit closer, I guess.
Yes.
I got
there's edge all the way,
20,
pretty much.
21 on my perception.
You easily spot the series of small steel wires that have been connected to loud bells and such. Very simple devices that have been set up.
Yeah.
A kid could do it.
I point them out for the other people, and I make sure Ballet sees it, I make sure Oisan sees it, and I make very sure that Keth sees it.
Yo! Keth is not that bad. It's very good that you pointed it out to him.
Yes.
Should I roll 2?
No,
No.
you're okay. I just did it for fun, and I rolled 3 2s, and I was like, Keth ain't no smart, okay? He is a big bear. He should be hibernating right now.
Poor baby.
In plate mail. Do you want to take a look over the edge now?
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah. A little bit.
By the way, if anyone would like, they can try and identify the actual statue.
Yes. What would that
You would need cunning, religion.
be? Okay, no. I have cultural lore.
Is there a religion focus in this, or am I getting mixed up again?
Religious lore, but
Yeah.
I don't have that either.
Lame.
I have
You can
cultural.
try normal cunning then.
What about cultural?
Or historical.
You can try if you have cunning. It's just, it's
Yes,
harder.
I have cultural
Now roll
lore.
it da.
Yes. I want to.
What do you got?
15, 17 with cultural, but 15
It's
without.
not cultural.
No, then it's 50.
13, just straight cunning.
Yes.
15, so I know more than that.
Regardless, it's still not enough to really identify the god in question. However, you do realise that not being able to identify it probably indicates that it's pre-chantry.
Yeah.
So this was like pre-Andraste.
Yeah. Do you know anything about this, Valeth?
No, I'm afraid I don't. It's very old. That's all I can say.
Yep. I think it's so old that we wouldn't even teach it anywhere. Might be.
But I mean, just looking at this, because it's just a head we can see, right?
Right now.
Yeah.
If you get close to the edge, you can see that the statue
Yeah.
goes down like 3 or 4
Yeah.
levels.
But is it like, does it look elven? Does it look human? Does it look dwarven?
For lack of better knowledge, it looks human.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Elvish statues tend to be very pointy.
But the eye looking at us,
Yeah.
is it like an anatomically like normal eye? Is
Yes.
it like a socket? Like,
Just a normal eye.
It's stone.
Yeah.
do you think it could be like?
It probably has something to do with Sast.
Yeah,
for sure.
that's what I'm thinking. Maybe it's some kind of likeness that was hewn of him, or a
Might be.
deity that he worships, or something.
Yeah, might be. But like all the graves that we probably have passed now, it's old.
Yes.
It's very, very old. So whatever we encounter down here, it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be very modern.
Now, on this floor that you're on, apart from the sounds below, you have lots of little. Where are we?
I'll just move us closer to Pharaoh because I
Yeah.
assume we're following her.
Probably, I hope.
You see there's a lot of traffic, signs of traffic rather, on this particular floor. Dust kicked up, footprints in muddy parts. The actual flooring in this area seems to be solid slabs of stone,
Yeah.
showing some signs of dwarven architecture, almost. However, it's not aged well underground, and Ferelden soil is largely very acidic. It's not the worst, but it certainly doesn't do well for, say, wooden beams, for example.
Yeah. What did the verse say at the entrance? What did the text say?
It said, "Here lies the secret of secrets," and the fade is the real, and the real is the fade, and then something about Kazast.
So you think might this be like some sort of a portal? Not portal, but like a
It might, maybe what I'm thinking
A
is
gateway?
it might be somewhere where the veil is thin,
yeah.
and I could try to like see if I can sense it somehow.
You could,
I mean, it's worth a shot.
as long as no one can sense you.
Well, there's that. I'm not sure. I mean, if they could sense me, they probably would have already. I mean, I reek of red lyrium and magic, and also I'm a spirit of knowledge. So there's that.
That was a very Whedonian moment, you know, that was very Joss Whedon. So a spirit of knowledge, so that's
You know,
true.
Jim has joined us.
Oh, hey, Lutra.
You know, Valeth, I
Yeah.
think this is the most condescending you've ever been, ever.
Really?
I'm just the spirit of knowledge.
No, that was meant as a.
I
Oh,
know
I'm
what you
not
meant.
sure
I'm
what
just
I
saying
meant.
what you said.
Yes.
I'm just pointing it out for you.
By the way,
Oisan is just like with his
Badger.
badger, beaver, whatever. It's going like nut in a nut, nut in a nut.
Not them.
the badger understands every word you say.
No. You know what he does? He stands in front of the badger like this. Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom.
Do you know when you're too poor to get beer, and it's like life throws you these curveballs? It's like, you're so sober. My God.
But can I do like an arcane check just to see if I like sense anything
It's
about?
going to be magic with
Just a straight magic.
straight magic check.
Yeah. That's cool. Ooh, that is 11, 15 plus 6. So
21.
21.
There is a strong sense, or spiritual sense beneath you.
Wow. Okay.
But all around you there is this background noise. It doesn't feel like a ruptured part. The fade is thin here,
But it's not.
but it's not broken.
Okay, so maybe they want to break it.
I think that if this is where Sast is, I think he knows that we're coming. And I think that he's been leading us here. And I don't really see any point of being sneaky this time. I think that maybe we could just like waltz in there and be like, hey, we're we're the ones you're looking for.
I mean,
I don't know.
even if he hasn't been leading us here, I just think he doesn't care. I don't think he sees us as a real threat, to be honest.
No, me neither. But he knows that we're coming to get him, and if he's been leading us here, this place must be of some meaning. And if we're supposed to die here, it must mean something. Maybe he wants to sacrifice you because you're obviously a god.
No, I'm not.
Oh, a spirit then.
Very big difference. I would never claim to be Andraste or anything like that.
No one called you Andraste.
No, I'm saying, but she's the god. Oh, right. So we're supposed to be quiet. We should go.
I would love that though. The chanting just stops. It's like, I'm not even a god. Oh no. Oh. Fuck.
You're not good in the sneaking thing.
This is why I don't go on Steve missions. By the way, all along this top floor, there's like a dozen small altars.
Yeah.
Can I have a look at them?
Yes. Well done.
No, but legit, we can let that stand if you want.
Yes, I wanted to stand, please. It was funny.
In a moment of like pure eye, you're like, spirits are not the same as gods kind of moment. Like, oh fuck, I'm valid, I know everything.
Except for how to be quiet.
Except for how to be quiet.
Your knowledge is wrong.
Oh god.
Oh, let me wiki that shit.
I don't have to because I have it in my head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm a spirit of knowledge.
All the things. The altars that are around the top floor here have lots of trinkets and coins
I take
placed
the coins.
alongside. Cool. Coins.
No, but I pick up one of the coins, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Flip it down.
Yep. You get around the equivalent of 3 gold.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, obviously.
What?
Okay, I'm looking for more.
Yeah. You find lots of like little bits of random
Gold?
odd-looking
Really?
stones.
Gold?
The equivalent of that much.
Yep.
There's a lot of coins here. Alongside fetishes and disturbing items such as you find an earlobe
I
that's
don't
still
want
got
that.
blood, a tooth, and you find what appears to be an unborn goat baby.
I
Ooh.
switched them. Like I switched the placings
Yeah.
just to be an asshole.
Somewhere in the fade, there's like a god-like entity that's like suddenly gets turned upside down
Yes.
and lands on his own head.
Yep.
What the fur?
But Feral, what are you doing? Shouldn't we be moving?
Yes, I'm doing this as we move.
Okay.
Move a loop. Come on.
I don't have the time to think about it, so I just do it. Right?
Right. Not thinking.
The chanting below stops.
Way to go.
However, you can still hear the popping of all of these, like almost 1,000 tallow candles.
Yeah.
And below, you hear people shuffling around. Not aggressively, but you hear like slow murmurs of a low hum, essentially.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to have a look?
Valeth. Oisan. Keth.
Right.
Are we sneaking or are we gonna make our entrance known? Because I don't think that they will be surprised.
We don't know how many floors there are in this thing. We don't know what's down the level below. We don't know anything right now, so making that kind of decision is probably tactically stupid. But hey, let's do it anyway, right?
Well,
Because we always
that
seem to
sounded really
survive.
smart.
Really?
Yeah,
I've been really trying, you know?
I can tell.
Feral has a look. She's being very sneaky, like over the edge. Like she sits down and hold her.
You actually make that noise when your head appears from the top of the
and you
thing.
can just like see some eyes like this
Yeah.
over the edge.
Also, Luther Gem says, because I'm a spirit of knowledge doesn't quite have the same ring as because I'm Batman.
We can edit that out. Go on.
I suggest because I'm Valor.
Yes.
Because I'm a bat spirit. What?
Can I send my badger?
Yes, you can. I guess. Go look at what it is and then report back to me. 5 minutes later, he comes back. I have no idea.
I train him to squeak as many times as he sees humanoids.
Yeah, I'm gonna have an animal training for that. That's insanely good. Within 5 minutes, this no-neck scab managed to train a badger to math.
You can count, y'all.
Within 5 days, he was correcting the smartest people in Orlais. Oh, that's so brilliant, badger person. We now know physics.
Wow. Alright.
Physics badger.
Physics badger.
Physics badger.
Physics badger with like a suit.
Oh, we have so many
a
hashtags
monocle
now.
and a top hat. And a walking cane and a
Okay.
stopwatch
Is this the brother?
and mutton chops. What?
Haven't you guys seen Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
It's
a
basically
cousin.
First of all, he's a trash panda.
That's true.
Also, kind of cybernetically enhanced through like brutal generative surgeries.
But that's exactly what her badger
Don't think it's the same.
gonna be like in a few years.
The best thing you do with your badger though is send him forward and see if he explodes. You want to do that? All right, cool. The badger who secretly knows himself that he is Lord Leroy.
Jenkins.
Leroy Gizmo, the third, goes forth on a recon mission he knows he can never truly explain. You see him, because badgers walk like this. He just wanders off.
I
Singing
thought
to
that
himself.
was the Inquisitor when Inquisition gets a bug.
It's a lesser known fact that that's how Ferrell stealth so well. It's like she looks so anatomically incorrect that most people are like, I must be seeing things.
That's a glitch in the Matrix.
Exactly.
Yes.
All
so
right.
back to the creepy eerie.
Back to the
stuff.
creepy eerie stuff. Thank you for trying to ruin the horror.
Can I throw a perception?
Please do.
Yeah.
Can I do too?
No, you're off your badger. I'm kidding, you can.
13.
Really?
Yeah.
No drink.
I rolled a 6 and 2 1s. So.
Seems to be infectious. 6 and 2 ones.
Yeah. But I got double and my dragon die is 6,
Can
so.
I do like seeing, or do I have to do something else?
Seeing. It's believing.
Oh, Mr. Dempsey, you have to believe it before you...
20.
Hello, what?
20.
20. 20. You want to do 20, yeah?
Yes, 20.
I think he's ready to start teaching physics now.
He's probably planning out
That
his,
was
like,
perception,
how he's
though.
going to grow opposable thumbs and then hold chalk. Below you, at the feet of the statue, incidentally is 3 floors deep. It's actually quite a squat humanoid. In its left hand, it's bearing a rather large scythe made of rusted iron, cast iron, and in the other, it's kind of been damaged over time, but it looked like a length of what seemed to be corn or like wheat, made out of trunks of wood and other decorations that have just seen better days. Overall, though, it's just lots of rags and animal skins. What the scythe and the wheat mean is completely lost on you, but that one eye always seems to be looking at you. Below it, by the feet, there's at least, say, 25, 30 hooded people wearing brown robes. You can't see their faces or their hands because they're just rocking back and forth. It looks like they're kneeling down on snow, at least from this distance here. You got 20, right? Yeah. It's porcelain. They're all kneeling on porcelain, and there's this very thin red sheen on the ground. So it's obviously cutting them. Yeah. As you watch, there's a head figure who is standing at the front, at the feet of the statue, who is wearing the same clothes as them, but his mask is covered by a goat's head, like a skull, essentially, that's been turned into a mask, with antler horns that come around like this. It's talking to the crowd with hands in gloves, raising it up. And there are larger figures standing next to him, larger than the others. Like, we're talking Keth-sized, or even Isilde-sized, who are just standing. He gestures, and the crowd starts chanting again, and 2 of the rather large, let's say cultists, drag in this Kunari, who is like, he looks like he's had the crap kicked out of him. He's bruised, cut, he's in chains, and he's not so much being carried as dragged. Whoever these large figures are, they're strong.
I convey
Yes.
quietly.
And then I see this. Just like hand language, secret scout language that no one else can understand except, the badger.
We're like, oh, okay.
I'm just like, oh, I can see a lot of people chatting over there, rocking back and forth on some porcelain that is cutting their legs, and I can see there this guy with the goat skull mask and two large guys who's dragging a kunari, who's chained over. I guess they might be sacrificing him. Yeah.
Seems to be the way, doesn't it? While this is going on, one of the larger figures is going around the crowd, the lines of cultists, with a big wooden bowl filled with little white dots. Can't really make it out from here. But as you watch, he takes a
Say
large...
that again, just because Sneeze podcast.
Oh, okay. As you're watching, there's one of the larger figures is going around the crowd of cultists with a rather large wooden bowl, which seems to be filled with, from this distance, it looks like it's filled with tiny white rocks in like a red water. And he goes up to all of these different people. He's already halfway through the crowd as you come in, and he pulls a pair of pliers out, and the cultists lean forward, and you see this plier go into the hood, yank, twist, pull, and then drop it into the bowl.
They're
Just once.
pulling teeth. They're pulling the cultists' teeth into a bowl.
Human sacrifice. Maybe they're trying to like rebuild him, piece by piece.
Have to die to be with Fast or something.
The cultist leader puts his hands up like this, and then the humming stops. Then everything becomes deathly quiet, and you become acutely aware of the sounds you're making all of a sudden, and how easy it would have been to have been noticed. This room echoes. Yeah. You can even hear your breath echoing. You have to really be quiet.
Feral is resisting the urge to take out her bow and shoot someone.
Oh, incidentally, you're actually the third floor up. You got the ground floor, next floor, then there's this floor.
Oh, I wanna shoot that bowl so bad. You have no idea.
I have an idea.
Oh.
The voice that comes up, however, is very inhuman sounding. It sounds as if it's a predator talking. When I say predator, I don't mean the alien. What?
Can I do a willpower check? Because I'm not sure if I'm resisting to shoot the bowl.
As long as you
because of
understand
me.
you could get everyone killed, sure,
Yes!
go for it.
But I mean, Valid is kind of like, we can't just let them sacrifice that Kunari.
I only have 10.
How well was that bent?
Do I fail?
Yeah.
You do, but
Then I'll raise my bow, but anyone else can stop me because they're aware of what I'm doing, I guess.
Am I?
I'm just gonna cast rock armor on myself real quietly.
you feel a large gauntlet just going punk on your head. As you look up, Kath's looking down at you like,
I want so bad.
she suddenly turns all Bronxian,
I want to so bad though.
So bad.
I want so badly.
What were you saying, Oisan?
I forgot.
Yeah. The cultist leader starts speaking and the voice is rather inhuman. It does actually sound a lot like a dog trying to speak.
I know dogs.
No, I have to speak like that. The bone in our frame is removed, and with it our shame. By the cutting of this horned man shall we make our Lord whole again. Take the sacrifice before the man of no grave. Bless him with our flesh and bone, and make our offering made. As if commanded, the two large cultists that are still masked and hooded grab the Kunari. One of them actually grabs him by the horn to twist his head around, rather roughly, and they drag him back under your view. you can hear them coming up the steps.
We can't let
On the
them do
inside.
this.
And then you notice that a level below, there is actually a little bit extra. See, the level below is very similar to this, except
Okay.
you're about, say...
That's okay. He needs to draw anyway.
You have to deal with me for now, Berber. There is a little platform that comes out here. This is where the statue is, essentially.
Oh yeah.
So they're on the floor here in front of the statue.
You can hear the noises coming from, like, here-ish.
Is it like a tunnel
Actually,
inside?
tell a lie. These stairs go down this way.
Yeah.
And you can hear their voices coming up the steps and coming around. Now, as you watch, they put this canary into a... there's a stone pillar that is about yay wide. And it is...
Show that again to that camera.
Yes, in front of this statue on the level below, there is this extension to the platform which brings out the sacrifice in front of the statue. Right where its chest is. Right where the statue, this forgotten god, can look down condescendingly. Not as condescendingly as Valor.
No one can.
No one can, yeah. But on this area there is this stone pillar, and above, on the top of this, there is an iron collar that is fixed on. That's rusted, but still use, and there's a very suspicious looking amount of dark brown stains around it. Now, as this is going on, you're watching them essentially put the canary into this neck brace. One of them is carrying a bowl of teeth.
I think you can shoot them now.
Now, I'm going to say this in slow so you can actually decide when you want to shoot. You don't feel Keth's hand on your head anymore.
Okay.
But first, he's chained. They put his head into the hoop of metal. And they bring the hoop of metal down, and taking a iron pike, stick it into the slot so that he can't get it out. But it's not a lock. It's just a slot that goes in.
So it's like 2 rings on the side that they put the spike through to keep it. Yeah.
One of them.
I ready my bow.
Yeah. One of them goes around to his front, so he's got his back to you, and you can see him dipping in this metal spoon into the bowl of teeth and viscera and such, and then grab the canary by the mouth, and the other one is holding his mouth open.
I'm shooting.
Shooting.
I've been ready. No, but I've been ready like way earlier. I'm gonna shoot the
Initiative roll off.
No, but I've been ready.
Doesn't really matter at this point. They're both surprise round shots anyway.
I'm gonna shoot the. I think I'm gonna go for the guy with the teeth. And I am gonna like the bowl with teeth. Is it like heavy or is it like?
It's a heavy oak bowl that's about this big. That's a lot of teeth.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm gonna aim for the guy's head.
Yep. Okay.
I aim for his back.
Obviously, it makes no bearing in terms of the rules, except for the fact that it's cool, so it does. What? I'm the GM. Shut up.
And technically, Beryl has been ready.
I've been ready a long time.
I can get ready in an instant.
It does count with an aim, so you get your pluses for that.
Yeah. Oh damn, it's not good, but 6 plus
17. To hit.
24.
Plus
It's not good, she
8,
says.
18.
Yeah, it's 24. Drink.
18 plus the aim, I guess. Or is it to damage?
18 to damage?
Then
17.
Wait, is it a hit or to damage?
To hit.
It's a hit. It's pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good.
I hit him with 24.
Yep.
Do you hit the same guy as me?
Okay.
Pretty much.
I mean, he has got his back towards us or something, so it's easy to hit.
He does.
Any empties you need taking off the table?
Oh damn. 2, 5, 6, 7, 10. 10 damage.
17
17.
damage. No, 18.
I love around them the chat.
I'm gonna need my notebook.
The chat, for the record, has been having a discussion about, because started by West Wing, who says, I like that Isil has become a unit of measurement. Nutrigem says, soon to be introduced as standard unit of measurement in schoolrooms across Thales. And then I said, 1 Isil worth of ice cream. Now we're talking. Nutrigem says, yes please. Then West Wing asks, but is Isil height or weight? She's a unit of mass. She's a unit of mass, I suggest. And Nutrigem says, or volume. And West Wing says, or maybe it's like a really long cone of soft ice. Nutrigem says, excellent. And we say, either way, it's all good.
I really would like about 3 Ishil's worth of ice cream right now. That'd be great.
Yeah.
3 is
Well, these are my notes from the vampire game. God,
Didn't
that
you
was
talk about how you
NSFW.
wanted to collect all your notes in one place?
It's never gonna happen. Right, so you both hit, and what was the damage?
Is he surprised?
Yes.
So then it's 20. Because
Well-
I'll get +2 on surprised opponent.
20 damage. Yep, and yours was
10.
10. Any doubles?
No.
Both your arrows fly at the same time,
Yeah.
and both of them strike this.
Does it
creature.
count? No, it does not count as a backstab. No.
They strike this creature in the back of the head. They literally go thunk, thunk.
Oh, they shot at the same person.
I believe so.
Yep.
Cool.
The one I was going to do the most disgusting thing.
My son shot at the back.
Or
Yeah.
Or
I
aimed
think
at.
they both did.
No, I
Um,
hit aimed at the head.
Oh, yeah.
Considering the amount of damage that occurred, he actually stumbles forwards and stands back up again.
Oh, crap.
No, sorry.
It turns around and looks up at where you are.
Can I ask and add something, maybe?
What?
Because I got the ability to push back 2 yards. Can I knock him off?
Does that say melee or does that say
It's both.
it's
Marksmanship.
marksmanship? Is it? He is near the edge. I will allow this to happen. You got a call earlier though. Good gosh, it's a lost opportunity. That the force of the actual arrows send the.
Can I add something? I forgot about it. Can I add it?
You're
What?
all valid today.
I can mark him for dead, which means that everyone gives him an extra damage.
How much damage extra?
1.
1?
Everyone. So that means he gets 2 more damage from me and from Oisan.
Excellent. Okay, well, the 2 arrows that go through his head make it stagger to the right, revealing the Canary, who is looking around wildly at what's happened, almost with hope in his eyes all of a sudden, and he looks straight up where the arrows came from, and you get the impression that he's actually spotted you, which is impressive to say the least. The cultist that you shot staggers to the right and then falls off the edge.
Yes.
As it's falling, the wind catches the ropes and knocks off a lot of it, revealing a gigantic skeleton inside.
Oh damn.
Before it falls, crushing 2 of the cultists that are below, causing all manner of mayhem below. As you were. It also takes the remainder of its damage and doesn't get back up.
Yes. Oh, that's
So, several things happen at once.
Do I have time to cast a spell while the mayhem is going on?
Sure, why not?
Frost weapons on
Okay.
everything.
What? We can't have flaming frost weapons this time. No.
I don't know if you've heard this before, but it's a pet hate of mine, having flamey frost weapons. It's no.
I hit the target
Freezes and
number.
burns us.
So everyone has frost weapons now. So
Brutus.
+2 penetrating damage with each successful attack.
Does it apply to ranged weapons or only melee?
It's this spell does not harm the weapons.
Because arrows are... I don't know.
Yeah, when you fire the arrow, that's
It
the spell
doesn't
gone.
say. The readied melee weapon, yeah.
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 So it's for melee.
Yeah.
But still.
Yeah.
Your next arrow could be affected though. But then that's it.
Yeah, because it's on you, I suppose. Yeah.
You're gonna need it regardless. I mean, it's gonna be like a combat effect. So whoop-hoo. Groovy, you've just killed your first opponent. Several things happen at once now. First of all, the crowd below goes mental. They start screaming and running around, and the sounds that they're making are altogether disturbingly normally human. There are men, women, and children making screams here. However, there are about 3 other large skeletons in cultist robes that pull their hoods down, revealing Revenant-style helms with bones and chins just jutting out, bone everywhere, gigantic long swords, shields which appear from nowhere. The one that's standing next to the Canary, who's still there, holding the Canary's mouth open, looks around very slowly to notice his comrade isn't there anymore, lets go of the Canary's mouth, who starts spitting at the floor from the taste of the things in the fingers in his on his tongue, before looking up and around. And he don't see shit. Would you roll initiative, please?
Yes. Ooh. 11, 12, 17.
17 for who?
Me. Violet.
Me, I'm bad.
They don't get higher?
No.
Really?
I got 18.
Are you?
Oh,
18?
Oh, well, of course you did.
I got 16. I rolled 2 3s and a 1, so
God damn it, it's possible.
I rolled a 5, a 6, and a 3.
yeah,
So
that's pretty good.
6 2 2.
Okay. I thought you said
During
you needed
break.
a pig.
No, I said, do you need any tea?
No,
I
don't get that
understand
mixed
the
up, kids.
confusion.
Seriously. 18, that's going to be...
the kettle makes noise.
This is true. I think Cyril's gonna say something in the lines of, well, I think it's safe to assume that we are trying to kill the bad guys. I'm not sure since we didn't ask them, but let's just hope that we did the right thing right now.
well, I think the Canary Dude agrees.
Let's hope it's not a mass murderer or something.
Undead rarely.
You've got a new companion. He's a mass murderer. How do you feel about this?
Wonderful.
Dexter.
Well, if the question of Ness is kind of up the alley. Or was.
True. Alright.
Alright, taking my notes. That's good.
So
okay,
where are
guess
we
what?
moving? Are we sticking in the stairs?
Would you like to
think we
move
have
your
to
fingers
wait.
to where they would be standing, actually?
We would probably be standing like here if we're supposed to be shooting them, because
Are you just going
Farrell
to storm down the stairs and take your shots?
probably took her shot there, and then Oisan, seeing as he shot from the back, could be a little bit behind her.
Everyone
You
shot
have-
from the back.
One Revenant currently here,
So
Yeah.
I
and I'm going to use this guy to represent.
Do we want Kath to be in the front, maybe?
He is the blocker.
Yeah. He has a shield and stuff.
My name's Kath, and I like my shield. It makes me
Should we be there,
awesome.
maybe? I don't know. Yeah, no, let's keep him there. Then he can't be flanked.
Where's the badger?
Badger.
He
You
probably
don't know,
ran
but there
away.
is like this suspicious hole in the wall.
Moseyed on through there.
Oisan, you're first.
Alright, I'll start shoot the skeletal guy.
You gonna fire again?
Yes.
Yeah. Because of your marksmanship ability, you don't have like reload time, do you? You automatically reload.
I have short bow.
As if still a free action, right? To reload your short bow?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Not mistaken, it is. That's cool. You take a chance to minor action to move or aim.
I aim.
Or aim. Cool. You get +2 to your shot.
You have to hit or
To hit.
hit.
Yeah. In the podcast, we're going to include some awesome battle music right now. If our coming
20.
at the start would have been cool.
Yeah.
23.
23? Nice. Guess what? You hit!
I'll find some chanting somewhere.
You always do. Ola, chant for me.
Yeah. Alright. Okay. 11.
11. Cool. Alrighty. Wicked. Your arrow shoots. Does he get a double, by the way? No. Your arrow flies out, and this time it hits the creature's shield. It goes through its arm, but as it penetrates, the shield goes straight through. But it's nowhere near as strong as the shot that you got before. You've caught these creatures off guard, but now they're rallying. It seems. Valeth.
Yes.
By the way, did you get the frost damage on that?
I didn't add it. No.
Nobody said melee.
Alright, I just wanted to see if she was being a twink. Technically.
Well, since it wasn't my person at the time.
Well, if it's in range.
Technically, I passed it to the monster.
Okay, so right now this is the only guy we can see properly.
Yes, although you can hear more rushing up the stairs, though they're going to have to walk around the walkway.
Yeah, because what I'm thinking is that we should probably try to just bottleneck them in the, here.
So at least seems like a good idea.
Yeah, because I don't think we need to move anywhere where there's more space at the moment. Maybe.
Oh, I do have the pushback. No matter what.
Do you want to use it?
Yeah, I have it.
Move
So why
to
not?
to the edge, and we just check to see if it.
I would want to push him off the edge.
Yep. Your arrow hits hard, but he manages to stay on the edge there, the very edge, mind you. So future skirmish maneuvers or skirmish stunts could actually feasibly throw it off the edge.
I'll do a drain life.
Oh, good. Roll the target number to cast a spell.
That is, let's see, 11, 12 plus 6, so 18. So yes, because the target number is 12.
Yes.
So that means that I drain him of 1d6 plus magic penetrating damage.
What's your magic?
My magic is 6, and I rolled a 1, so that's 7 penetrating damage.
Oh, good. Nice. The eddies of blue fade energies draw its life force from it. You see it, come to me. You see it stagger or lurch forward, not expecting that attack. Bottle. Feral.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Shadow, and I'm gonna push him. I'm gonna charge him and push him.
Charge him. Honey, if I keep pushing that camera. Sorry. If you pull this off, this is going to be one of those moments that someone draws.
I can just imagine her like pulling out her arm and like just in mid-air just jumping up and knocking him across the throat.
Oh no! The thing, what I'm doing is that I'm going in football style, like slide tackle him.
There is a chance that you'll get thrown off as well.
Yeah.
Like soccer-ish.
Yep.
Yeah.
Soccer mom.
For those who don't know what football is.
Everyone who listens to this podcast probably do.
Yes, probably.
I'll make it happen.
So I stealth first.
Yes.
Which is a 4.
Wow. Okay, yep.
8, 9,
Drink.
10, 22.
Yeah, I think you're pretty well hidden, actually. In fact, as you're walking along, if anyone's paying attention, you can hear Phil going, blowing out all the candles.
I'm doing this.
Just getting yourself
Yeah. No blowing out the candles, just destroying the...
It's like Splinter Cell when you take out all the lights. It's like, now I can move. It's good. Alright, this is going to be a bit of a grapple though, so you're going to use your strength.
Yes.
Plus might.
Okay. What about strength jumping? I can run and I can jump tackle him. With
Jumping,
both legs.
as a focus, jumping is used to determine how far you can make it over a gap.
Okay, right.
Might is more about how much you can move another object.
Yeah, I don't have might. I just have
However, if we're talking a martial arts move as in a
Yeah.
throw, then you're technically using your opponent's weight against them. That's going to be dangerous, but you could possibly, yes.
She would have advantage because she has a lower center of gravity. She's tiny. Just saying.
No, you just forget. Just saying is not going to cut it. You have to say.
Well,
There we go.
Drink.
Well, actually, ... Just saying. It's... Yes.
I have to correct myself because I read now the rules that I cannot do, because it says that I can use knock prone stunt for 1 SP instead of usual 2 when making range attacks. Additionally, you may push the target straight back 2 yards before applying a knockdown. So I can't.
Alright, well it happened.
well.
I'm
It
not gonna
Next
I'm not
time.
gonna wreck on that. Bad. Oisan. That's like essentially that's the English equivalent of no, it's the Norwegian equivalent of having a character called Whoops.
Whoopsie daisy.
Whoopsie Daisy. That sounds like an amazing character though.
Yeah.
His name he is feared in all 7 kingdoms.
His name
Upon
is
the 3
Whoopsie.
seas.
I think it's a character from the Night Garden.
Yes, it is.
Seriously? There's a
Yeah,
character
there
called
is
Lord
a-
Daisy of Whoopsie?
No,
No.
Whoopsie Daisy is a character in the Night Garden.
I have to watch this, read this, or whatever.
Horrible. It's a children's show.
It's like an acid
It's like
trip.
the Teletubbies, but on acid.
Yes.
Yes.
You mean the Teletubbies is not on acid?
Oh, plenty, but this
They
is
have
worse.
TVs in their guts.
Yeah.
Can we continue to
Sorry,
fight?
yeah, died down.
What should I roll?
Anyway, because you can also use essentially other combat styles, if you
Yeah.
want, you can use dexterity athletics.
Yes, thank you. I want to do that.
However,
there's nothing called
if
athletics.
you
but
fail, you're essentially in a lot of danger.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're gonna get loads of
fine,
bonuses
it's
on
cool.
it.
It's alright. I can do dexterity,
Cyril don't give a
acrobatics.
damn.
It's fine. It's gonna be good.
Yep.
I'm ready. Let's do a 1, 1, and a 1.
Yep.
No, it's 12.
It's good.
Plus a lot. It's basically 20. 20.
Yeah.
What did he get? A lot. He managed to pull me down.
I think he epically failed.
I think he.
Alright, hold on a second.
Okay.
Right, cool. So, a lot happens. Everyone else sees this. Firl skirts the side of the walls, blowing out all the candles as she's going. She becomes literally nothing more than just background. And then all at once, right next to the edge there, she comes parkouring through to the side,
Yes.
reaches up to where the Revenant is. The Revenant sees her coming, swings the sword. She skits underneath, grabs it by its belt, this great leather buckle, and uses her motion to draw the creature, like almost like a moon and a planet, just orbiting around it. Rips him off the edge, but then as they're spinning, her feet kick the spike out of the Canari's neck brace. At the same time, the Revenant reaches around with its left hand and grabs her cloth of her jacket, and both of them fall off the edge.
No.
Roll let me see, a dexterity.
Yeah.
Just a generic dexterity.
Just dexterity.
Triple 6.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Take a photo of that. I'm not even kidding.
It's not a joke. That is a triple 6.
It's a triple 6. It's drink.
Wow.
18. It's 25. Basically, is my roll.
So she does like a 3-point landing.
No. I'm gonna get back to that.
That is the right
Sounds
moment
bad.
to get a triple 6 too.
Yes.
The timing is impeccable.
You hear the long crashing thud of something heavy shattering against something soft. And yeah, Firl's just gone from sight.
I'm fine.
You don't have to say anything.
I
I'll
know.
explain why in a second.
Leroy says, ouch my ear. Luffy Gem says, the new Percy. It's a little critical roll.
Really do need to
Reference
catch up
there?
with that.
Loud sounds are painful.
Aww.
Sorry.
I can see if I can do something about that.
A little bit.
Right. The Kunari who you've been watching, with the spike knocked clean out by Firl's interaction with it, manages to pull itself off. The chains and its hands are still there, though it's able to move, and although it looks bruised and beaten, it also looks pretty pissed. Ingrid, you have your character sheet?
Holy moly, that's nice. We need to make room for you.
Yes.
I was wondering when you would.
Good thing we saved ya.
first turn. However, you are still chained.
I could help you with that.
You're just a bit tied up at the moment.
Well, speaking of which,
So am
actually, Ingrid, would
Yes.
you mind rolling a perception check?
Oh my god.
Yes. I can do this.
Ooh,
Oh, it's a double.
Yeah?
double sixes.
And that's perception. Perception. Is it a C?
Yes.
Yes. Nice. 12, 14, 19.
Yeah. As you're looking around for the key, you notice at the very edge of this platform, there are two rather elvish sets of hands just holding onto the edge. And you can almost...
Can I reach them?
Yes. Although it's going to be difficult. You might dislocate a shoulder because your hands are behind
Excuse
you.
me, could you just pull up your leg so I can,
Yeah, I do
pop
what
on
she
you?
says.
Sure.
Ding.
You climb up easily enough.
Yes. I hope so.
You can actually... what you see beneath you is around... you see a horrible sight. One thing that's in your vision is the fact that the Revenant, which you kicked down, has just drawn itself up. And it's looking up at you and it's drawing its longsword, which could actually chop your legs off.
Oh damn.
So, if you, actually roll a climbing check.
Okay, I
You're gonna
have.
have to scale the canary.
I have climbing. I actually have that. Finally, I can use it. Oh damn! Oh shit! This is nope. It's a 10.
Let me see with anyone that
I
says
think I would need some help with the canary pulling its
yes.
leg
I
up.
can pull my leg.
Even with the assist, it's not going to be enough. God damn.
I don't want to lose my feet, okay?
Pull them up.
I can't do it. I'm climbing. And I failed.
No.
I think. Oh damn, that's gonna hurt.
I'm worried now.
So
See, now I just have like Dawson's Creek in my head. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait.
That's
Yeah,
the
anyway.
second time Dawson's Creek has come up today.
Wow.
I saw the bitch in what is it? Don't trust the bitch in 23rd. The 23rd apartment.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
Don't trust the bee in apartment 23.
Yeah.
I'm not a snitch. Okay, so here's the thing.
Yep.
You've just taken 18 penetrating damage. The sword whips up, and luckily I rolled quite low, but the Revenant's sword hacks into the side of your thigh, breaking through the armour and causing a rather nasty laceration there.
Yeah, penetrating means I don't get
No
any.
armor.
Yeah.
Piercing is half armour, penetrating is no armour.
Yep.
Oh, incidentally, as Ingrid pointed out to me, she reminded me, Keth has Master in armour, which means that even when something says penetrating, he counts it as piercing,
Ah,
because
that's good.
he actually pads the inside of his armour with, like, whatever they make,
Well, usually quilted
dwarves
pads
out of-
or whatever.
what?
Quilted padding usually.
yeah,
I would
that
think.
and, like, you know,
Greg,
dwarf bread. What?
did I need to roll initiative?
I've actually got you at 11,
Oh.
so deal
Because
with
I
it.
rolled 13.
I don't, well, let me just check. No, I've got no cares.
That's fine. As
You
long as
are-
I'm on the list.
Hold my Care Bears there. You're not on the list. You can't come in here. Groovy. So there's that. She's still over the edge with the canary reaching out a leg, tentatively trying to get her to climb up. The other.
Don't sing that song, please.
Why
What
not?
song is that?
Unless you're making it for the villains.
That was for the villains.
Okay, good. Okay. It's Dixie's Land, which is like an immensely racist song.
Oh.
You know, I found a lot of songs recently which I grew up with are actually really bad. In the summertime, by the way, don't read the
Oh
lyrics.
god, I hate that song.
It's actually the blurred lines of the old days. It's terrible.
I've never heard that song, so.
Just read the lyrics, and every time someone sings it, spray them with water.
Oh, that one.
That one.
Right, yeah.
It's awful. The dude I
Are they
says.
coming behind
And there
us,
she
or-
went from tech girl to player.
Yep.
So these guys are here,
I
and
did.
they're gonna come around this way.
There is a tiny army coming our way.
Yes. Fuck you, Revenant! You suck!
Oh, and
Actually, that reminds me. That one isn't there anymore.
For those who want to see what my new character looks like, here we go.
Oh, that's nice.
He looks handsome.
Yep.
And not quite Kunari.
No, he looks kind of half and half.
Ingrid's character's been replacing men for years now. It's quite sad, actually. One day we might be replaced with a combination of. Actually, that's pretty NSFW. Sorry, I'll stop there.
I think we're already past that.
Past that point of no return.
Yes.
No return. So anyway,
Also,
Right.
I can replace it.
Quickly, do you have the armor rating for just like because I'm assuming he's not wearing any armor now.
No.
What's the default armor rating?
Essentially it's 0.
Okay.
Like thick robes are 2, I think, or
Okay,
no 1.
Fair enough.
However, if you have a dwarf on your back, that's like armor 10.
Yeah. Obviously.
Obviously.
On your back, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Cool. They're essentially just rushing along the side there. What you see to your right coming across now are 3 revenants, 3 of the big ones, and then the rest are just cultists. Shockingly, some of them look like they're like older children, and they're all carrying knives.
So nice.
They all look like children.
No, some of them do. These are
Okay.
families. Beneath you, on the platform below, at the feet of this statue, the horned, the one with the goat horns, takes the mask off and pulls the hood back, and then hops off the little box that he was standing on,
It's Gaffy.
Of course it's.
and it's Gaffy.
Yeah. Okay. So we can see that.
Gaffy looks like he normally does, except for the fact that his eyes are emitting this green mist that comes out. He looks up at you all and he smiles wickedly. Gaffy never smiles. So
Do I know how like the range on the Litany of Andrala?
he might well be in range.
Yeah. The thing is, are they also in range?
Yeah?
Right. Because if they are, I think I'm just gonna chant right away.
Who are you going to aim it at though? It's at one person at a time.
Oh, it's one person at a time. Well, I'm thinking if I aim it at Gaffy, if he's the one controlling the rest of them, maybe the possession will break on all of them. Hopefully. So
Hopefully.
that's what I'm going to try to do.
Alright, well, it's Oysan's turn first.
Yes.
I really spotted wrong. It's Osame.
Is the Revenant still below? Or
It is. The one that's got knocked off by Firal's parkour maneuver
Yeah,
is
tried
picking
to.
itself up, and it's going to start drilling the rest of them.
okay, so there wasn't one hacking at her legs.
Yeah, it was.
Underneath me, yeah.
Can I hit it?
Sure. It's not the immediate threat, but yeah.
I don't want to hit it.
Oh, we wanna. He wants to get the kill steal.
No, I'm daddy.
He's also a twig. I'm just
saving your life.
for the XP.
21.
21. Nice.
Yes, that is.
It's a powerful hit. Any doubles?
No.
Oh my god.
11. You?
11.
Cool. Okay. Groovy. The feathers of your arrow make a nice resounding noise as another arrow strikes into the creature's neck, hitting armor.
Pwang
Thank you.
is the noise it makes.
That's the noise it makes. Orvaleth.
What?
Your turn.
Oh,
Sure.
it's my turn. Yeah, so I'm just gonna unfold the Litany of Andrala or Adrala, I'm not sure which it is. And then I'm going to like just step to the edge and look straight at the possessed Gaffy and start to chant from it.
If it was a Japanese RPG, it would be referred to as P-Gaffy.
P Gaffy? Why?
It just reminds me of Shining Force. When something got possessed, it was just P, full stop.
Oh,
Gaffy.
okay. Now I get it.
35 years old, okay, I have these memories, this nostalgia, let me have it.
No one's stopping you.
Okay, good. Anyways.
You're in a safe space. We all love you here.
Big hug. I tried to hug myself once, but I pulled a muscle.
Because you're so small.
So small. I'm actually not going to roll for anything here. This is pretty big deal.
Yeah.
We're going to go to somewhere else.
Right. Should we take a bathroom break though first?
We can just do, we can do a bathroom break, but I'm going to cut it by here.
Yeah.
Second, use the Lithium of Adrala. Somewhere else. Gaffy opens his eyes. And then we can have a lunch break.
Pee break.
Lunch break might be a little late.
We've
Yeah.
been eating this whole
No,
session.
we have cheese and cracker break.
Yeah.
Cheese and cracker break.
Oh, you got Bree.
Right.
Alright.
So everyone watching can go to the bathroom or find a snack or get something to drink, and so will we, and we'll be back in like 10-15 minutes or so.
Yes.
Yes.
Do we need a batter or something for the
Yay!
And we're back.
And then I realised that like mixing Harry Potter and Dragon Age would be amazing. I mean, Hagrid obviously be a Gollum, and Harry Potter would be an apostate motherfucker. Hey guys.
West Wing did say in the chat that it looks like Rick is talking about something interesting.
Because we're all paying attention, like,
Hopeful that no one can lip
Except
read.
for me.
Cash
you've
is
heard it before.
Ingrid. The cat is in the sofa.
Yes.
no jump scares, says Rudai.
Sorry. That's the worst. The worst of all things.
I'm just watching the cats.
Somewhere else, where no one else can see or hear, there is a sound of two swords clashing. Gaffy is sparring with his father, Ness. They're in a courtyard somewhere which is in a faint memory of Gaffy's. But his father is smiling, and they're both fencing with their swords. Ness is smiling very broadly. He's very proud. This is essentially heaven. The world around you shakes, and the figure of your father blurs, revealing an armoured titan of the Revenant King, Zast. The scene around you, all the buildings and the distant horizon of blue skies, dissolves into mist of blue hues and such. The fade becoming instantly apparent. You're dreaming, or at least it's like a dream. In fact, you recognise the area instantly. This is where your father actually died. You remember the street very well because you lay there on your knees crying for quite some time. The Revenant King, who was just your father a second ago, standing there looking rather confused, looking down at his hands, looking at himself. What would you like to do? You have a Ness's broadsword in your hand, complete.
I'm just going to look at myself, look quite quickly around, and then I will just, stare up into the Revenant's face with anger, like hatred.
The Revenant King observes you looking at it. It seems to be invigorated by that hate. It steps forward, and before you can react, your limbs feel leaden, and it grips you around the throat, lifting you off the floor bodily, to the point where you can feel your spine clicking and cracking under the weight of your own body. Brings your head really close, so you're literally about a few inches away, and you can feel this. You can almost feel its malice and its hatred emanating from its face like heat, making your eyes water and making your skin almost burn from it. It seems to be trying to say something, like a whisper. I do believe that's the sound of the cat taking it to the toilet. Then you hear another voice. Something very familiar. Take your hands off my son. There is a sound of creaking metal and a punching sound as a broadsword blade, a tip, explodes through the chest of the Revenant King. You see it because it nearly skewers you as well. And as you're being lifted up, you can see over the Revenant King's shoulder. There, standing behind him, is a very youthful, very young, and unscarred father. The person holding their sword is Ness. With his left hand, he punches the Revenant King in the head, lurching him to one side, dropping you to your knees. You feel heavy as anything. But your father comes forward to you and reaches out his hand. His voice seems very far away, but it's there, and it's an amazing sound. Gakfar, take my hand. It's time to wake up. He turns the broadsword that he just ripped from the Revenant King's hand. The Revenant King's gone now. He's not there anymore. And he rotates the sword over and hands it to you. time to fight.
Well, Gaffar with streams of tears down his cheeks.
Like anime streams, like rivulets.
Yeah, like really.
Senpai!
Takes both the hand and the sword
Mm-hmm.
and stands up, I guess, to face his father, and with like this very deep like and throws himself around his neck and just cries.
Just that once. Just that once. The universe lets you have that one.
Westwing says, "What would you do? I would like to cry, please."
I would like to cry, please.
Oh, Riro says, "God damn it, the feels.
Gee, I'm sorry.
They're real. The struggle is real."
Aw.
Yeah.
In the outside world, the second you use the Litany of Drala, and you're looking at the Revenant King, or possessed Gaffy, Gaffy starts convulsing, dropping to his knees, and starts spitting out blood onto the floor. His eyes are bleeding, his ears are bleeding, and
Bella's just gonna keep on
going.
chanting, like, this needs to happen, but she wants to, like, run to him and, like, it's okay.
there's some plasters for all your bleeding.
Yeah.
I ran out of plasters. I'm gonna go to the shop and get more plasters. This greeny black thunderous smoke which burns out of Gaffy's ears and his eyes and his mouth, forming a cloud which seems to can't decide whether it's gas or liquid, and just flops to the ground, becoming this sticky mass of almost like a tar puddle, which starts to slowly form up into the Revenant King again, as you saw him underneath Ostwick. Gaffy is kneeling there, a mess. He's got his sword in his hand, and it's already energized. It looks just like the spitting image of Ness's blade, except it's like a radiant, burning, raging orange, with twinges of bright white in the center. You've never seen it this on before,
Radiant.
essentially. It's so radiant, it burns! But as he looks up at you, knowing that you're there, Gaffy's back. Get your character sheet out.
Hashtag save Gaffy! It's just turn the page.
Yeah.
She has like 4 of these.
That's our pretty decent big boy.
Yeah.
He's got even the plastic sheet and everything.
He's gonna stay because he got a plastic sheet.
Yeah.
We can't kill him now. It's not impossible. I'm just gonna take a counter. And Gaffy is gonna be.
Can you just turn it upside down?
No.
Okay.
Maybe it's maybe a Kalia.
Yeah.
Okay.
The gold coin. Give me the gold
Oh yeah, of course.
Right, and you'll be the Queen of England.
Best
Okay.
boy.
Best boy,
I'm gonna
the
put you
gold
over
coin. Yes.
Just flip
Can
it, then it's
Pharaoh
no longer the
loot it?
The coin?
Yeah.
You cannot loot Gaffy.
I can. And I will.
Farrell, what are you doing? I'm looting you. Shh, let it happen.
Have I had my turn yet? Right.
No. But you will. That was Valet's turn, you see.
So then it's my turn.
And it's
Viral?
Pharaoh,
and
okay.
it's,
But she's already had her turn and I haven't had any.
that's because I acted in your turn. Yeah.
Be that way.
So,
Some people, right?
Yeah.
Go on.
Camera is shaking.
here's the
because you
thing.
moved it earlier.
Like, do I realize that Gaffy's back, or is it just Valet?
Oh, you realise it. It's a mess down there.
Okay, so he's down there.
Yep. Alone.
Which means that I would probably
Uh-huh.
raise my rapiers
Mhm.
and let go.
In that.
We might have to let go first.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm holding one hand, raise it,
Uh-huh.
and as I go down, I'll
Can't
kind of do a swan
around.
dive, rapiers first, into the Revenant.
Wow, that's a move.
Yep.
That's going to be one hell of an athletics check. And if you fail, that's going to be like the Incredible Hulk on the Rainbow Road.
Ah, it's fine.
Also, +2 to penetrating damage, frost weapon.
doesn't need to tell me what to roll first because I'm saving Gaffy.
That's gonna be a target number of 19.
Yeah.
Dexterity, acrobatics.
Do I have to do acrobatics first?
You're essentially because you're essentially reaching up, kicking off, downward motion, particular angle, weapons out, perfect for a strike which is gonna hit.
Yep.
And if you fail, you're gonna go head first into the concrete.
Yeah.
From around 12 yards up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just hope this is gonna
God,
go well.
feet. Oh my god, I'm such a metric system.
12 plus 18, 20.
You did it! I'm sorry.
Cheers.
Now.
I'm gonna do my first attack.
Yep.
I said first because it is the first.
Using cross weapons.
Oh damn. Let's see. 17, 20. What? Seriously?
Say what?
Is it 20? Well, because 17 plus 10. That's
17 plus
seriously? Do I have like
27?
28 on attack? Is that possible? I didn't even know that I could roll that high.
What did you roll exactly?
10 plus 7, that's 17. Plus then I have attack roll 10 plus 1, so it's high.
There were 2 attacks.
Yeah, that's the first one.
So it was 10 from what?
No, it's 28.
Total.
Total. I know it's crazy.
Drink.
Okay,
The chat
but it's,
says drink,
it's not penetrating
and
now.
the swing says dead.
No.
Would you give me this idea?
Oh my word, how did you get that through?
No. 7. No. Forget it. No. It's 18. It's 18.
Still
I
low.
added 10.
Still
extra.
low.
Yeah. I just forgot that I had already added some stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Did you get any doubles?
No.
Lame. This is gonna be one that goes down in the storybooks. Thurl, previously hanging for a life and getting attacked by a revenant, sees what happens below, and in one fluid move that would put shame to an Orlesian harlequin, brings her feet up and back kicks off the thin stone of the platform, right in front of the rather bewildered looking Kunari, who didn't expect that. I don't think anyone expected that.
He's just like, damn.
She kicks back, arms wide, rapiers in hand, and then twists in the air to come down, feet first, blades down, straight into the Zasta Revenant's head, landing on its shoulders, pushing both rapiers into its chest before jumping back off the other end. You are now on that floor, and if I may,
Basically, you did an Assassin's Creed.
that is exactly what happened. But I obviously use more words.
Only you're cooler than Ezio.
No one's cooler than Ezio. What are you talking about?
Hey.
Viral is
feat.
cooler.
Fine,
Right now,
fine.
Viral is.
Ferrell is cooler
Yeah.
than Ezio. I'll give you that,
Thank you.
but not Conway. Captain Conway, see?
Yeah.
Wow. God damn. This creature is not as hard or as mighty as the one you met in Ostwick.
No.
You have a chance.
Can I roll
Isn't Viral
damage
from
now?
Assassin's Creed?
Can I roll damage now?
Yes.
Yeah.
May I?
May I roll damage?
Shit sticks.
Does this count as a backstab?
That swing is saying show off.
When I roll a 2, 2, and a 1, yes it does.
Okay, awesome. That's 2 d6s then.
I need to say that.
Okay. That's 12, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19,
2 penetrating.
19,
Don't move them. I'm just gonna.
19 plus 2 penetrating.
So 21.
Did you roll 3 6s?
No, 2.
2 6s. This is what happened. This is what she did.
Yes. So 19 plus 2, so 21. With the penetrating.
She's like the new Talon, only her stats are like...
That was my first attack. Then I'm gonna do my second attack. Crazy.
This is a Twin Fang move.
Yep. I got a double. No, but it doesn't count because
No, on
it's
your
my
second,
second
no.
attack.
But
so.
still.
Point in principle, still awesome.
Yeah. 9,
If I
9,
wasn't drinking,
19, 20.
I would have needed
Attack.
one now.
So I
Yep.
can roll still a backstab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is it? Okay.
It's still the same attack.
Yeah.
You're attacking with both weapons.
7, 8,
Freaking rogues.
Right? Okay,
9,
yes.
10,
Oh.
11,
Mm-hmm.
They're only
Well.
to nerf.
Damage?
12 damage.
Yes.
Plus 2.
The chat is lit.
So 14 with the penetrating.
I'm just deducting armor. This thing's got a defense of, sorry, an armor of plus 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow.
Mine's 11,
You really scored
Mine's
a
11, so I
palpable
think
hit with
it's-
that one. In fact, it's not fully solidified yet, so the wounds are quite visible. In fact, it makes a very human, almost human.
I eat it. I feed on his misery.
Oh, right, good. Okay, that was
Gives
creepy.
me energy.
She says that at the dinner table. She looks at the food and she says, I eat it.
It gives me energy. Which it actually does, but...
The nutrients actually used to conquer the world.
She's not wrong.
Gives me life.
Right,
But can
Ingrid.
you open a door with your shoulder? Asks Whispering.
The key, you mean, yeah? Ingrid,
Yes.
I'm going to let you have your go first because then I can move all of the baddies at once.
Okay.
Your hands are still tied
Yeah,
up.
I want to break free. Want to break free. Might check.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There is another way of doing it, of course.
Oh, which is
You can break your own thumb.
no.
Oh.
Then you'd have like a flail.
Keep it though.
See.
This is why I play Barbarian all the time. Because brutality.
Also, is that the Plague Doctor mask you got for...
Yes. Classified.
19 enough to make it.
Oh, by the way,
Drink, what?
Lutragem asks, how badly did Keth roll? Yikes.
I think we've forgotten about him.
Keth, I don't know if it's actually been noted yet, but Keth is literally our group's trinket.
A little.
That's why he brings his own window frame with him, because it's the only thing that
Just so we can...
yeah. I'm there in person!
So yeah, is 19 enough to make it?
Yes.
Cool. I break free.
The Canary shows that it's not out of the fight. Despite these chains binding its hands behind its back, it manages to put its feet straight down, and you see the rippling muscles just bring all of its strength to bear before the chains groan and snap right down where the locks are. Within seconds, he's free. Congratulations.
Are there any weapons nearby of any sort?
Around where you are, roll perception.
Okay. See?
Yes. We're gonna cut out a lot of my coughing, by the way. Sorry about that.
18.
I don't know. The area around you on this particular floor is interesting in the way that it has lots of skeletons placed into the walls, like catacomb bits, like offerings almost. There's a lot of shining bits, but what strikes you as very interesting is the fact that there's one area which is empty, or there's a few areas that are empty, but this one particular one has your belongings in it, which makes you realise that that's where you were going to end up once they were finished with you.
Well, I guess I use my movement
To get over there,
and bonus action to get over there and pick it up.
cool. You are now armed. Gonna move you.
I'm not going to bother using time to put my armor on, because that's a full plate mail.
That is gonna take some time.
So I'm just going to grab my my swords.
Also, Lutra is saying, that's not a straight answer as to why Keth isn't attacking Rick.
Alright, Lucy Gem, congratulations. You're now in charge of Keth. What do you want to do? You have 5 seconds to answer.
There's a lag.
Oh, she says, unless he's actually Valet's animal companion and has been told where to go, the poor dear.
Well, can't he just be standing here?
She's not wrong.
No, she's not.
Yeah, sick him.
Maybe he's just standing there with his shield, like ready to shield me if anyone tries to shoot or something.
That's my head carry.
Useless.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, by the way, next to you, you hear this,
Oh, Roger!
and then suddenly the
Gizmo!
Gizmo turns up, just takes out of the hole, like goes back into the wall again. He's a survivalist at heart.
It's fine.
Actually, no, he comes out. He's good. He actually has one of your arrows in its mouth.
Good boy. Good boy.
Goes and fetches them from the dead.
Wow, you taught him a lot in those 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Or maybe he already knew how to. This old battle-weary badger has seen many, many, many owners over the years. King Kaelin may have been one. Who knows? He saw the Battle of Ostagar. Survived.
It's a spirit.
That's my headcanon now, is that it's actually the spirit of an ancient warrior that's seen all the wars, all of them, all of the blights, every single one, even the ones that haven't happened yet. And it's a badger.
Cool.
But yeah, these revenants, I'm actually going to make them run, now that I think about it, because that's what they would do, which is going to double their movement. So if I leave here.
Alright.
Remember, these two are revenants, the rest are cultists.
Okay.
Okay, kids. Zast, meanwhile, turns around at... It's lost interest in Gaffy for a second. And looks down at...
Little old you.
Hello.
Hi.
What's Gaffy's initiative?
Good question. Roll it. Good Gaffy.
I don't know what's happening. 13.
13.
That's
I'm
his
just
next
staring
age.
forebodingly at
I'm 12.
Because
Yeah.
we're surrounded by cultists. You're all surrounded by cultists.
At least their head.
Just
Yes.
one question. Does he his HP, is it up? Because when he got possessed, he got like 34 left.
You got what?
When Zast possessed him,
Yeah.
he got 34 health points left.
It's back up to full.
Oh gosh.
He's been looking after you.
That's almost cute.
Yeah, does 20 hit you, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. That's like the third dice I've
Yeah.
rolled so far.
You need a bigger table.
I need a bigger table.
Or a table with the edge.
No, you need a dice rolling
I
tower
need a dice rolling box.
or a tower.
Can you give me that? I don't want a tower. I want a box.
Okay.
That's what I'm present in box.
You can use you can use the box that there you can.
Oh my god.
Any poop.
Oh, sweet Christmas. Right.
I want to take damage. Come on. Give it to me.
Baby.
Hit me with your best shot!
Anyone else?
I'm not scared.
Really? Okay, that was actually a song reference. Didn't even. Yeah, it was. No, I'm never scared. Alright, Eminem. Okay. It's gonna be
I'm not
17.
afraid.
17 damage as his gigantic sword hits you mid-chest.
Penetrating, piercing.
Nope, just normal.
Okay, so then it's gonna be 13 damage then.
Let's take off all Steve out and scare the kids.
No, actually
It is going to be amazing.
12.
Here's the thing though. Because of one of his stunts, he actually hits you across the room and smashes you into one of the pillars here. That's also been taken into account with the damage. But
They're a level up, so.
here's the thing. Right, yes. You hit one of the old oak wooden beams that's holding up all of these columns and floors around you. You hear it splinter, and above lots of motes of dust start falling down.
All right.
You get this moment where you're like,
Is it a column that holds up anything
these are
severe?
support columns holding things up.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
One day I'm going to make a compilation video of all of your faces during sessions.
Put that one in.
And it's going to be magical.
Put that one in.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's gonna,
the one.
that's gonna
Yes.
go on your profile pic.
That's going to be the opening sequence. Yes. Okay.
Also, Badger Lord. I'm a big thing. My name's Badger Lord. Badger Lord.
Okay.
Technically playing 2 characters now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'll take over all same.
What? Then you need the shite.
The
The
shite.
shite.
The
The shite.
I need the shite, apparently.
The shite.
But yeah, what does Lucia Jim say that Kath is going to do?
She's not said anything.
Ah! It's not easy, is it?
No, she just said, unless she just said the thing about, him being Valet's animal companion. And
Okay, he's now an animal companion. Valeth can give him a free, during a free action, Valeth can give him a command.
So
Sick him, defend.
suddenly, Cat just drops down to all fours and just stands there like a cat,
The cat is really polite. I say he stands there like a honey badger.
like a horse.
Honey badger don't
Because
care.
the honey badgers have these weird
There's no
shoulders
carrots.
where they walk like this.
Okay.
It's cool. They're almost like
Do you
drunk when they
swap
run.
this with that? There's
I
more.
thought you were gonna. I think you were pointing at the chocolate.
No. Do you want my carrots for your chocolate? Straight bargain.
Equal trade.
Hey, good eyesight. Shit. You know?
I am so much better at playing Oyster.
Lutra Gem says, what? I don't have a character sheet.
Just give a simple command.
Just say what Cat should do.
Write poetry. Oh no.
Wow.
My God, your handwriting is just so perfect for school.
Well, I'm kindergarten teacher.
Yes. Okay, groovy. So he does that. He does that. And groovy. Let's see.
She also says, I don't know how this game works.
You know what? Neither do I. But we
I
get
was
along.
being facetious.
Ferocious.
Well, we understood that.
Oistein fires his bow, and one of the arrows hits the Revenant in front, right in the side of its armor plating, causing quite a large number of.
Then he should probably be here or something.
Go.
Yes, we do. Valeth, you're up. Do you want to give your animal companion a command?
Do it.
I think it would make sense if because none of them have bows, right?
No, they're all daggers. Cultist
So I think it would make sense for Keth to go and help, the Kunari who's still in the process of, getting his weapons and things and like stopping them over there. So yeah, like quickly go help him. And then he
Actually,
just jogs on.
I'm gonna do this because I actually wanted to do this from the very start.
Okay.
As Keth walks over there, he kind of like eyes up the Kunari, who's actually like he's lean, but with the horns he's a little bit taller than Keth, which is really annoying him. It's obvious. Also, Keth is holding a big, mighty broadsword. This Kunari's holding 2 of them in one each hand.
No, it's a bastard.
Well,
Each one of them is longer than Keth's sword, and there's this moment of manly confusion where he's like, "Oh,
I believe in you.
it's what to do with it."
But she doesn't say that. He doesn't need that.
That's what he is.
Or does he?
I don't know.
How much experience do you have?
There's just going to be so much fan fiction by the end of this.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, please.
Maybe.
I hope so.
Maybe it's good that Rara isn't watching. Anyways, that is your free action. What does Valeth want to do? You got a horde of cultists rushing from the other side of the room, and they're going to be on you in a few seconds.
Should be able to do control.
Below
Yeah.
you, both Gaffy, now returned, and your rogue are both fighting the Revenant King on their own.
Yeah. I guess that I'm not looking that good either. I'm about half my
Alright.
health.
Shit, seriously?
Yeah.
17? Like,
No, I've taken 30, so I
Yeah,
have 70.
I
Mm.
can't jump down there because it's too far.
You're a
so
bit of a
I would
glass
have to
cannon.
Go here, maybe I could reach her by then.
Yeah, no, I would focus on shit.
better.
Dragon Age doesn't have Misty Step.
I think I want to. If Kath could just slide over there.
Could you just like...
Yeah, just move. I'm going to go here and I'm going to hold my action, and as soon as they're within range, I want to cast a Cone of Cold.
That's amazing. Okay, yes, fine. Cone of Cold, held action. By the way, headcanon is you walk up behind Keth's armoured form, and with your staff, just go dunk, dunk.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Both of them turn around and look down at you like, oh yeah, okay. Let the mage close to the battle lines. It's a great idea.
And she kind of like looks at her new companion and goes like, hi. Alright, business.
there is this elf which is literally nearly half your height. That's gonna hurt. I don't want to actually move my guys anymore.
How far down is it?
Oh, you're on the second floor, so it's around the height of this roof.
Well, you said
Okay,
that
so pretty
she
much
fell
his height.
12 yards when she fell.
Yes. What?
You said that she fell 12 yards
Yeah,
when
I don't
she
know
fell
distance. What are you talking about?
down. I don't know what 12 yards is,
Me
but that's
neither.
what she fell.
It's enough to break your legs.
Yeah.
At least. But we're talking about the standard roof size here.
Yeah.
Because she was further up.
Yeah. If you fell from the top, you probably would have broken your back. That would have been fun. That's why she's down to half health now.
No. I got hit by a revenant, that's why.
Whose
I'll
turn
do
is it?
Well, Violet's held her action. Feral.
Again?
What do you mean again?
Because Oisan went, my turn, and then it's your
Yours
turn.
and then it's mine.
I'm just that quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna get up, because I'm like in the pillar. Like, what is directly above me? Is the cultist thing?
Yeah.
High up?
But
Can
being very helpful.
Does it look like I can shatter the column in any way?
You did
If
amend
you were
it
Keth,
10,
easy.
12
You,
feet. But
difficult, but not impossible.
So can I run into the column and try to kick it to make it break and then jump from it?
First, roll perception.
Okay.
Because you want to be able to calculate this.
Yeah.
God, this is going to end so badly.
It's not looking good.
What'd you
12.
get? 12?
Yeah.
That's just enough. Because we're talking about the sound of those guys hoofing it across the stone platform above you. You can actually see where the dust is falling, where they're running. So you need an 11. Now comes the fun bit. You're going to kick or charge it. Okay? There's a danger involved. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Alright, kids, we're going to go for this. She's going to bring down the house.
Yes.
Do a running charge.
That's true.
Just roll might. And I'll give you a +1 if you make a really wiry, feral style battle cry.
Fuck you, motherfucker! I'm gonna bring the house down!
Oh, it's a double!
It's a double 5.
And the dragon dies. 5.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Also, Ryura says 12 feet is 3.6 meters. Approximately.
She has the
17.
power of the internet behind her.
And if I get the war cry, it's at 18.
Drink!
Wow, this is
Who
going to be
needs
interesting.
the rest of us?
I need to save Gaffy. It's all
a
or nothing,
show.
really. That's what this is about.
It's her little bro. Aww.
I made a promise to Ness, and I intend to keep it.
You know, I did not expect that. Right, okay, so first of all, roll an athletics check. Dexterity, acrobatics.
Yeah. Okay.
What'd you get?
It's 8, 9, 10, 14,
14.
15.
Okay.
Rick is so mad.
And it was a double, but
It's just the target number for escaping this was 15. So I'm not happy right now. Evidently. The pillar which is holding up this entire section is just a brittle stone column with like a wood inside. The people who built it obviously didn't have any idea about how long this would have to last. Or maybe they had resource problems. Either way, the wood's rotten. thanks to the many wet summers in Ferelden. So when this diminutive elf charges it, full pell-mell, with her shoulder, after being thrown into it, the stone cracks, the wood splinters, and the entire walkway here collapses.
What?
The ones in front throw themselves forward, but the ones here all fall down. Firil, meanwhile, does the pillar thing, and as it snaps, she makes a deft dodge backwards, just in time to miss the majority of the rocks and bodies.
But I bet your shoulder hurts now.
Yeah, it's fine.
At least you're not dead.
You actually take 15 damage from that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yep. And if she failed that, she would have been buried in rock. So, yeah. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. It's the Firil show today. I like it.
They're cultists, Firil. Oh my god, Firil. No! Bad Firil.
To be fair, Rick, you served this to me by giving me the information that it almost would snap. So.
You weren't meant to do that with it.
It was more like
Firila's OP that he realizes.
It's meant to
she
be.
hurts kids.
Well, at least it wasn't animals.
Here's something that's going to be entertaining for you. First of all, as you step back and take one of the rocks that falls down clubs you on the head badly.
Yeah.
So you've now got a gash in your head which is streaming blood, and you're seeing double.
And my thigh.
And your thigh. You're a mess right now.
Tell me something new.
Well, there are now 6 humans, 1 guy, 2 women, and 3 kids, essentially in robes with knives, who are have had their legs broken. They're buried in the rocks. They're crying. They're not happy. Some of them are screaming in a language that you're not familiar with. But fuck them, right? They're cultists. So yeah, Ingrid, would you be a doll and just turn those 6 counters over? She's just
I'm closest.
or Anita, who has deceptively long arms.
Shoulders are barbarians' lockpicks. Best way says. So actually, Firil is a barbarian. She's a barbarian rogue.
Somewhere Fenris is
I would like to
smiling.
rogue, please.
I'm shrieking. Intimidate.
Right? You just turn around and Gaffy's like,
Hit me.
I'd imagine. God damn it. Okay.
She just says, "Ow!"
Actually, with your concussion as it is, you're more likely making noises. You're roll a willpower check. Actually, come on.
Oh,
Come on.
Courage?
No, willpower as in self-discipline.
Oh, I don't have self-discipline.
Actually, no. Take a chill for that. It's going to be a constitution.
Oh,
Stamina.
that's better. Because if I didn't, it would be a 7. So no.
You really do have self-discipline.
So now it's 9.
Yeah, you're concussed.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can only take a minor action next turn.
Okay. Cool.
Good thing it's my turn then.
It is indeed.
Good thing I
Okay.
have
I love
something
how you're
called,
protective of that. It's like, Rick, what? My fucking turn.
Yeah.
Let me
She's
do
ready.
something.
I am so ready. Okay, since Than sees that these 2 guys have come up, he's like, okay, you can deal with this, and he jumps off here and runs in between and attacks.
You step in between Firil and the Revenant King.
Yep.
Interesting choice. Okay, cool. So you are Firil's a mess. One more blow from the Revenant King, you're dead.
Yeah.
Cut in half, skewered. It knows it. It's looking down at you, and then this huge Kunari just steps in the way, matching the Revenant King for size. Would you like to attack?
Yes, I would like to.
Here comes the twink. Come on. She's been researching the crap out of this.
Oh, that's good.
That is okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, also, activate action? Is that a full action?
That's a
or-
minor action, so you can't do it yet.
Hmm?
That's a minor action.
So I can do it before I. Attack?
You've moved, which was your minor action, unfortunately.
Never mind then. Never did mind. That is still.
However, since I kind of shy-bocked your entire round last turn, we can say it's activated.
Cool.
We can say. Because I'm not going to hear about it otherwise. I'm going to stop hearing about it. Someone just drop a gigantic cinnamon roll on the sofa.
Aw, floofy.
Floofa floof.
The floof is real.
The floof is gigantisk. Oh! Aw. I found a dirty bit. That's what Hurlocks do, by the way. You know Darkspawn? When no one's watching, they actually start doing the whole...
Lutra Jim says, interesting choice is never a good thing to hear. Uriurai says, no it's not. And Vezwing says, I think that's what Rick said when Isil decided to climb the dragon.
Yeah, so that's 25.
To
25
hit.
to hit? Yeah, yeah.
That's a drink right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any doubles though?
No, unfortunately not. However, yeah, I have 3 attacks for the record. No, 2 attacks for the record because
This isn't D&D,
it's
thankfully.
dual
Hey,
weapon
Monk.
style.
Monk!
But first, it's damage.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So 6, 7, and I believe
You can fly.
That too.
Believe that you can touch this guy.
10.
Touch this guy. Taste the rainbow. Ground nook paste. Nom nom nom.
6. That's 9 damage on the first attack.
Yep.
And then I have a second attack. That's a double.
But
Unfortunately, I
Second
don't
attacks.
generate stunts.
But how did you only get 9 damage on your first attack? Because you
Right.
got 6 on your dice. You add your strength?
Oh, I forgot to add my strength.
Yeah.
So that's 15 damage.
good.
That's a little better.
It
Okay,
smells a little
second
bit fishy.
attack is
Poopy. Smell a little poopy.
17, 26.
Damage.
No, that
Thank God.
attack.
Alright, yes, it. Yes, you hit.
Yes.
Very easily, in fact. Dear God.
Oh, look at that. That's 12, 13, 16. So 15 and 16, so 31 damage in total.
Wow. That's pretty sweet.
You're, the Kunari's 2 bastard swords. Each one is enough for a fully grown human to wield in 2 hands. Nya nya.
Ola's wondering what she's dropping her dice in.
Ah.
Yes, I have a dice tower.
It's her former lover. He's dead now.
Okay.
This has got a DC dark all over it. Sorry, kids. But yeah, the Kunari whips its blades around in figure 8, just back and forth, hacking the crap out of this titanic armoured giant. There's sparks flying left and right as the blades kiss alongside armoured plate, but every now and then you see not sparks but ichor of some sort spraying away as the Kunari manages to get a palpable hit. You're very slowly cutting through its armour, and it's bleeding. Oh dear. See the way her eyes are shining? That means she's got the scent of blood.
Feral sees double, so she sees double blood and gets double impressed.
Gaffy, you're up.
Oh, hang on. I've forgotten one thing.
Sorry, Gaffy, you'll have to wait.
Yes.
This happens with rogues
It's.
all the time.
I'm not a rogue, so.
You're a
But-
warrior.
Yeah. But, It takes 6 extra damage, 3 per attack because I'm a veteran. So I can add my weapon focus.
So, what, +3 or +6 every time?
It's
Plus 3.
per
Right,
attack.
so
it's
37 total then.
Yes.
Okay. Are you done?
Yes.
Good. Gaffy!
I think so.
The Revenant King is currently matching blows with the Kunari it's just met now. It was meant to be its sacrifice. Now it seems to be its foe. It's vulnerable.
I look down at my sword.
Uh-huh. It looks up.
It smiles.
Hi!
Oh, hi.
Let's have some fun today.
Hi, I'm 12.
I'm 12. And then
Yeah.
I'm going to slyly look up to the Revenant, and I will swing up my sword,
Mm-hmm.
head overhead,
Hmm.
and yell, "Forness!" And
Katana style.
Yep.
Alright, cool. You're hitting him from behind, so you're obviously going to get like plus 2 against 1 is +3, if I'm not mistaken, to that. So roll your attack. It's a shame you're not a rogue.
double.
Oh, you're kidding me. No. No, honey, no.
Oh.
Yes, honey,
Oh,
yes.
I wanted this
Oh,
game to go on a little longer.
I got a 4 on the dragon die, so 5.
Mm.
And
And Abdulis adds his magic to the roll, not
Not his strength.
19.
19.
Damn.
Or is it +3?
It was +3 because you're hitting him from behind and he's already in combat with someone.
Okay, so 21.
Oh my god.
Does the
Oh,
frost
22.
weapons apply?
22. No,
No.
the damage.
That's damage.
22.
No.
22.
Nice
and,
try.
and I got the,
I thought it was damage, so.
But was
And-
Gaffy here when the spell was cast?
I'll always say that.
He wasn't an ally. Stop.
Right. Okay.
Stop it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you know, last week I cast flame weapons.
No, I
Uh,
that's why I asked because I was finding it
sure.
because I was finding it not logical that he would have it because he was technically
so
not
you're
dead.
saying is you're on my side.
Right now, yeah.
I
So you
don't
just
believe
so I
you.
don't
Oh my
understand why you're
Hmm.
trying to pick up a fight with me.
Pick a fight. I would never. I would lose.
Against Sparrow, yeah. Against me, I'm not so sure.
Well, Bonnie, I've heard about your right hook, and I don't want to take those chances.
I do have a belt in kickboxing, so
I have a belt, and I've got one belt.
yeah.
I have to take the belt off every time I swap pants because I've only got one belt, and it doesn't work really. My butt keeps my pants up.
I have no belts.
I don't use belts.
Not like that.
I will do lethal blow.
It's like, so how's the weather? I will do lethal blow. What? Okay.
Yes.
You know it's armor is 10.
So?
Just saying. I'm just passing on some.
Kia face.
Okay.
That was
That's cocked.
that was a Talan move. Right there. What?
He's cocked.
Yeah.
Roll it again then. Should've
Why
kept it.
could you not be higher rolls? Bah!
Baka.
Bakemono.
I
Language.
see anime.
So then, eh.
I've forgotten to fill in health, but I think
20.
I remember.
20.
Damage?
With frost weapons?
No, he didn't.
No,
get
that's
it.
true. You don't get that. Sorry.
I got
Coconut
a
face.
very shitty roll, so it could have been much higher.
Could have been.
Could have been, would have been.
Could have been.
Should have been.
Wait. It could have been.
Me.
You stopped yourself.
I did not.
Gagfire runs across the room, the radiant blade in his hands, the one that is only technically
Yeah.
a broken sword, Yep. Right into the back of the Revenant King, bringing you down from head to toe in a vicious arc that goes straight through it. A huge splash of visceral gore explodes down the back end onto the floor, and the Revenant King, Zast, staggers for the first, possibly even the last time. It's not looking good for this king. You've never... The last time you saw it this beaten, it stole Gaffy. And you know not to let your guard down yet. Meanwhile...
Do I see that, by the way?
Yes, because he made enough noise. Furnace! Run! Blood everywhere. Now I can finally... Kinloch Hold?
Yeah.
You've been waiting?
I've been waiting.
Go for it.
Let's go.
Like Marisha says, big money, no whammies.
What?
Oh
Okay, so that's a double.
Oh god, pussy and casting, or are we talking like Mighty
7,
Spell?
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
You always do Mighty Spell with Frost Magic.
6, 18.
Always.
So I hit the target number. I'll do, what did you say, Mighty Spell or pussy?
Always go Mighty Spell with
Yeah.
Frost Magic.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Mighty
Because
Spell.
Here's the thing, Mighty Spell gives you extra damage, but the class of damage, penetrating, piercing, depends on the spell. When it's
Yeah.
Frost Magic, it's always penetrating, which means no
Yeah.
armor saves, buckos.
So
You're getting
2d6
screwed.
or because it's
don't
1d6 plus magic penetrating.
You get a taste for it. What?
They have to roll a stamina versus spell power.
Oh good, yeah, because Revenants are known about their stamina.
You can also do the skillful casting or versus that one because you have two more.
Yeah, I have 2 more. Okay, so
you do that one.
I can do puissant casting as well. So it goes up with 2, so that means it's 20 to beat.
Well, no.
What's that?
No to what?
None of them pass. Because 20's flipping high.
That means a minus 10 penalty to speed.
Yeah.
For a number of rounds equal to half my magic ability, which is 6, so 3 rounds at minus 10.
Actually, the one, what's the damage?
The damage is 2d6 plus penetrating. I haven't rolled yet. So that's a 4 plus 6, so that's 10 penetrating damage.
That's still a lot of damage.
Yeah, it's
For normal
penetrating.
people.
Do all of them. That's cool.
Oh, but they're Revenants, at least 2 of them.
The 2 Revenants in front. One of them you actually recognise from the one that was swinging it.
Hero?
Yeah, I was looking at you thinking, who are you playing today?
I just
Your spell cracks it into pieces.
Okay.
Although the motion that it's running towards you means that when it starts to crumble, it stumbles and then explodes into chunks of frozen dead all over the place. It's now frozen dead, kids. The other one takes a lot of damage, but it rips one of its feet out and starts walking towards you with a frozen stump. Its undead, uncaring face.
I almost feel bad.
Oh, well, you should, because it's going to charge you. However, the ones behind, the humans behind it, one of them starts screaming and drops to the floor as frostbite overcomes it. It dies horribly. The other one manages to take just to the left and take a bit of damage. Now,
So I take it the Revenant didn't, lose its grip on them when it lost its grip on Gaffy.
guess who else held an action?
Kev?
Mm-hmm.
Should I just move us there?
Yeah, his held action was charge. So as the Revenant comes in to hit you,
You go, baby! Aww.
Keth comes in front and brings his shield up to his eyes.
If you're a bard, that would be inspiration.
Go baby, yo! Where did these pom-poms come from? Whatever. Go with it.
It's magical crystals.
Hooray! Red, delirium, pom-poms! Totally be a thing.
I doubt it, but okay.
I'm so sorry about the squeaky table.
It'll be fine.
What?
Yeah, Keth blocks the Revenant with his shield, and with a vicious upward stroke, cuts it right across the chest. It stumbles backwards, and its guts are leaking out, but it's not dead.
Close enough.
The Revenant then strikes back. Okay. It's cool. It's fine.
No.
I'm gonna get so much hate mail for this. Ooh.
No!
Three Eyes says, God damn it, I ship them too much. We need more couples we can gush over.
They haven't had to talk yet.
No.
The talk. Is this going to affect our sex life? No. Okay. What? What?
It might.
Shh. It might.
You never. So
Now.
many details.
Yeah. So
You put the DM out. What?
Well,
I wasn't the one who started this.
That's you.
no, but you might as well.
I
then.
was referring
It's
to.
got your mark all over it.
Yeah.
I wasn't referring to sex at all.
No, it wasn't.
It's got Feral's mark, not your like son of his. It's got like you see, Feral has mark of death and mark of like I don't know what's called a sass. No, mark of
Mark
death.
of the D. She's got Mark of Death and Mark of D.
Oh my gosh.
Is that her name in some circles? She's referred to as Hunter D.
She just unbuttons a bit. That's all she needs to
That's
do.
around such a everything. Right. The Revenant, which Keth nearly killed, surprises him. Its left hand reaches up, grabs the shield, and raises it in a tactical move that some chevaliers would have been really impressed by. With its right hand and its longsword, it thrusts forward, going in at the hip bone, straight through the armour and out the other side. Keth actually ends up dropping his sword and grabbing this creature by the throat. This is a brutal injury. I actually rolled 3 6s and then 2 6s, and they got a mighty blow. So he's just lost 35 hit points.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have armor?
Oh yeah, it didn't do much. I got, like I said, I got the stun points. So yeah.
Pierce armor, you know.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Right. So Keth grunts and is now in a deathly grapple with this Revenant. The cultist human, this woman with a frostbite so savage her nose is actually crooked and looks like it's falling off. It's blackened. Oh, come on, give me a break. I don't want to get hate mail.
It's DM dice.
It's just not fair. I don't know whether I want to win or lose.
You can't kill Cat.
Okay, cool. The cultist sneaks around the back and starts trying to knife him in the side, but can't quite manage to get through the armor plating. Because
He forgot to intimidate.
Growl. Meanwhile, downstairs, Zast gets his move. He looks at the Canary, points up a finger and says something like, its voice sounds very distant, very far away, echoing in its own helmet. Does 18 hit
Armor? Like
your defense?
I don't know what my defense
What's your dexterity?
is. 3.
3, yeah. And it's 10 plus
10,
your dexterity.
So no.
So
So-
13.
So 13, so it does hit. What she
Yes.
meant to say was it doesn't block it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luckily, no doubles. Yep, you take 19 damage as this gigantic double-handed sword comes crashing down on your guard and actually ends up catching your forearm, leaving a nasty wound in it. It's going to be an awesome scar, that one.
How much did he say?
19.
19. Okay.
Did you take your armor reducing thing off?
Armor reducing?
Yeah, armor rating.
Her character didn't have time to put her armor back on.
Yeah. Have no armor right
Then-
now.
Sacrifices tend to be at least a bit naked.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Ula wrote in the chat, listen Revenant, I have to warn you, I have been in a fight before.
That is a lovely sarcastic comment. I think that's going to be hashtagged.
Yes.
Now look here, you. This is not my first rodeo. Oh dear. Nice. Oisan makes his bow shot and gets the human that's fighting Keth in the neck. He's
For
dead.
the record, the Kunari seems to just take the damage and just like
I was going to say,
shake his head.
knowing your Canary a bit, I would say that this is literally must be Tuesday.
Yeah.
You shake it off. You shake it off.
Don't do that though when you've got like a laceration with arterial blood coming out. Because I'd be like, shake it. Oh shit. I'm not cleaning that. Right. Cool. Valith.
Yes. Okay, so the Revenant that skewered my boyfriend, is he still standing there?
Yes.
Alright, he's gotta die.
Again.
Yes, again.
Approved.
Permanent. Permanent.
I hope it sticks this time.
Uh-huh. I am going to use Winter's Grasp.
Cool. Do it.
Rick, I hope you remembered for Keth his benefit of half the armor rating rounded down when you take penetrating damage.
Yeah, because you were...
Because he's a master. He has armor training.
So I just mentioned it and then I forgot it.
And that's what Ryurai pointed out. What happened to the armor expert thing you talked about earlier?
Exactly.
Good thing you did.
Uh-huh.
I've adjusted his health. It's still dangerous, but
It's not that.
I do like how everyone's trying to find the rules. Things like, no, you can't kill him. I love him.
We all love you. Yes.
That funeral
That's a
was
21, and it's a double, and my dragon dice is 3. 4. Yes, actually, it's 4.
Would you stop helping her? She doesn't need your help.
So you can do mighty spell.
Oh my god.
Right, so that's, it's a mighty spell and a poison casting, so that makes it a 22.
22 damage?
No, that's a 22 target number.
Right.
So he has to combat it with his stamina versus
No.
my spell power. No. So, so that means that I get a, 2d6 penetrating damage.
Oh, good.
So that is 11!
Yeah, how do you want to do that?
Yes! Basically, she sees him getting skewered. It makes her incredibly pissed. and she just, steps, almost between them. But she can't because the sword isn't between them, obviously. But she's like, no, you don't! And then she puts her hand on the Revenant and just blasts him straight in the chest, where his guts are coming out.
Oh my god, your voice reverberated in my
Yeah.
gut.
See, this is why I feel sorry for Ola.
Lutragem says, I think we might be making ourselves enemies of the GM today. And Ryurai goes, Rick knows we love him.
I won't stop
Never
you.
a good idea, speaking from experience, Skirtish says.
I know you love me, but I'm still gonna get Rwangi.
Oh. Lenge.
Oh, hey, Ryoi! How's Kaida doing?
Oh. Don't you dare.
To dare is to live, and I'm...
How you dare, how
Move
you
on.
dare, how you dare.
I want to see what happens!
Come on.
Shut up!
Mid-fight here. Come on.
So that Revenant it just dies horribly. Keth is just covered in the guts of this creature, turns around, rotates very slowly, covered in black. Just, wow. I do not want to piss you off. I'm gonna just go over here, and he just walks to one side.
She'll, of course, fuzz. Because I think they have it pretty much in hand over there.
Yeah, everyone's dead in front of you. Even the dead ones are deader.
Yeah. So, she'll probably, cast a healing spell in her next round.
Okay.
Probably.
I think.
Ryurai answers you though saying, you never told me anything more about your story. I'm still waiting every day for more info. I haven't even talked to Rara yet.
I love how you evoked her feelings.
Yeah.
And warm. I think my heart actually took a beat.
You're welcome.
I
think it's feral.
It is actually
It is feral.
feral, then Gaffy.
Yeah.
No, feral than me, than Gaffy.
Mm,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled 13.
Yeah, I was gonna say technically it should have been Gaffy last turn. I accidentally let you go first, and my notes have Gaffy over here. And I was like, whoops. But it depends. How much do you want it? You really want it?
I really want it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but you really should wait, because I can help.
So can I.
Yeah,
Alright,
but
kids.
like,
Olivia.
really.
Seriously. What's it
think
like playing with like girls in an RPG game? It must be like soft and so pink and all full of like fluffy clouds and like no.
Oh, Ryurai says
No.
we need Ingrid to keep being the voice of the chat. She does it perfectly. Yes, you do.
I'm gonna start a hashtag thing about what girls say during RPGs, and it's going to shock and horrify. Seriously,
Hashtag chat voice.
shock and horrify. Right. So next up is either way, Firl. Firl, the Revenant King is looking a mess.
Yeah, but like you said, I'm concussed and I can't see anything and blah.
Minor action.
Yeah, I can only do a minor action. So
Mhm.
I guess I'm just gonna chug a
Health potion.
Health potion, yeah.
Is
I
your
don't know
minor
what
action?
it does because it just says health potion. I
You
just
just-
got it from her last
You
time.
get a certain amount of health back.
But I don't know how it works.
I think it was the lesser health potion.
It was.
Um,
I can find out how much that is, but that's your turn. I think you've caused enough damage. Also, since it's your turn, and it's been one whole turn since you did that, I just rolled 3 5s. Just want to point that out. Right, there is a sound that evokes an image of a roaring dragon, but it is not a dragon. At least not this time. It's the sound of construction coming apart. Around you, motes of soil and dust and clumps of rock start gently at first start falling. The floor started shaking. That's Viral's doing, everybody. She broke the whole fucking map. She broke my map.
It's called implosion.
It is, right? Gaffy. You're up.
right.
I'm gonna run to the toilet. Do that.
You're gonna run in the toilet?
Yeah.
You're gonna hop in the basin, just run around it?
Yeah, that's exactly my plan.
So
I would love to see that actually.
Is it the drunk?
I'm going to, you know,
Yes. No, it's the.
I'm going to be like all this. Kunari. This will help, and I cast flaming weapons.
Alright.
Rick hates you so much right now.
At least he's not got ice and flaming weapons. Wait.
I think he... No, he
No,
wasn't
he
armed
doesn't.
when I cast it yet, so no, he has only flaming weapons.
Yeah.
But that's still 1d6 extra on damage.
I'm glad you did that. That's your action. That's your that counts as a major action.
So I'm gonna roll.
For all you Colin Mansers. Why did this remind me of Keth?
Why isn't this a thing yet? Why
I posted it in the fan group. It's amazing. So much.
So good.
Right, what's the story, Morning Glory? What'd you get?
Yeah, I hit the target
Coach
number because it's 15, and I've got over 15.
Awesome. Congratulations. Your weapon is now on fire.
And so is
yours.
everyone else's.
Your two bastard swords of improbability have become on fire. Fire. Which leads us to... That Revenant's dead. That Revenant's dead. Kunari.
Okay, first, I am going to activate Guardian mode for Feral.
Interesting choice.
And that means that as long as you're adjacent to me, you get +2 to your armor rating. And yeah.
Okay.
That's your minor action.
And then I am going to attack. Le Revenant.
Roll it.
It's a double,
Hmm.
however, I'm going to, I don't know how much this is yet, but I'm going to use Expert Strike, so I'm going to subtract 3 from my attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
So that is.
This is why warriors are actually secretly amazing. You want something dead? Warrior.
Or arcane warrior.
Or warrior.
7, 8.
Both have warrior in them, so. You know what I realized after I was finished using the toilet?
You forgot to flush?
No.
You forgot to wash your hands?
No, your cat was watching me all the time. I was like, oh, hi there.
Yeah. At least you didn't end up having a heart attack when he jumps down.
Oh, yeah.
Right in the middle.
Does 18 hit?
Yes.
Good.
Not so much.
Then I roll damage, and that is an extra d6.
Excellent.
Oh, really?
Okay. Also, I had 2 stunt points, and I will.
You can look here first.
Oh, excellent. Yes.
Excellent.
I need a whole
And
new
I'm going to
level of
use
bad
Mighty
guys.
Blow
Yeah.
for that. So that's
1d6 extra.
8, 11, 14, 23 damage on the first attack.
Wow. That is a lot.
And then we do attack number 2.
You don't need to.
Okay.
Wow.
How do you want to do this?
Split him in a million pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
much.
think Fan basically just skewers him and then rips up.
Yes.
Wow.
Please do.
The blades on fire break through the chest plate.
Actually, he
Sickening.
probably thrusts them both in and then goes.
Hey, blades, plural. Alright, I got this. Right through his chest plate before going straight upwards through the collarbones, separating Zast. It's like almost like blooming like a flower as his arm sections flop that way and his head flops backwards. The whole frame of the creature, this entity, falls apart as it cannot keep itself together anymore. Its eyes are burning with utter vile hatred as it flops to the ground, and strangely it doesn't make a clink from its armoured form. It makes more of like a wet slop sound as its energy starts to disintegrate. Zast starts to die. However, your victory is short-lived as the roar of the chamber starts to heighten. Yes?
As his head falls backwards, can I kick it?
Yes.
Yes, you can!
Almost as if ruining this dramatic moment, the 12-year-old in front of you kicks Zast's head so hard that it separates from the body and collides with the crotch area of the big, gigantic statue.
And you hear Feral yell, "Go!"
Are we out of initiative?
Yes,
now?
we are so out of initiative now.
Okay.
However, before you do that, I want to add to that thing from Feral that Cat's taking his helmet off and he's going in his helmet.
Okay, Than runs and picks up Feral.
No, Gaffy runs and takes Feral by the hand, and while he runs, you cast heal.
Really? Roll initiative, so you guess the first.
While they're
I'm
doing this,
closer.
I'm like, oh Maker, are you okay? Hang on, I'll heal this. It's fine. It's okay. I can't lose you too.
Who are you not to?
Kath,
Oh.
of course.
Oh,
He's sitting there.
I'm not going anywhere. This is just a scratch. Hold on.
21.
He puts the
You're
helmet
first.
left on his head.
The
Who
little
gets the first?
12-year-old.
Who gets the first?
Me, I got 21.
My God, you're quick.
Can I pick them both up?
Yes.
Good. I picked them both up.
This is becoming like when the
Just like, I'm just gonna carry you both.
what's that drawing of the Inquisitor when they read the fear demon and he just picks up both of them and goes, no, wait, no, it's Hawk in the Deep Roads when they see the Darkspawn. He picks up both of his twins and goes, nope, 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 and just runs for it.
Oh my god, Keth is precious. Paradise.
He gets 16 hit points back.
Nice.
I rolled 2 5s and a 6.
I'm gonna roll heal too.
Cool. After you've done that one action each, I need you to all roll running, which is, I believe...
I got a triple, so I want
Constitution.
Yeah, it is.
Constitution.
I'm gonna finish my heal roll, and I got a triple. So I guess I can enhance my spell then.
Yes.
That's 10. Yeah, I hit. It's fine.
What's the target
Heal,
number?
what is heal?
What'd you get?
13.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
have
you?
heal.
17
Uh-huh. Anyone else?
and a double. I'm assuming I need to do a might check as well.
Yeah, go on.
It's a double again.
Too bad we don't have time to loot the place.
Yeah, well, you know.
Who's to blame?
I don't think there's anything here I want.
19 enough
19 enough?
to carry the two of them while I'm running.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, I will add this for just the shits and giggles. You know, as you're running out, you notice the area where the helmet hit the crotch. To crack the stone away, revealing shining gold.
That's fine. It is.
But
I
not
don't care
really,
that much.
though.
I'm not Telan, okay?
Alright, so I'll just do like this.
I was just like, was Talon ever like that?
Yeah.
He was a bit of a magpie, yes.
Yeah. He was. He had a crown.
That's
For
true. he had a
absolutely
crown.
no reason.
Very upset when he lost it.
It's the nostalgic feelings. I had a crown, it was amazing.
So, do I add
Welcome to the
magic?
Carrying People Club, Vestwing says. It rocks!
You guys should both start like a public transport system. What's up?
Do I add the magic for the spell?
I don't believe you had magic to healing, no.
I'm not sure. So, you
No.
get 13.
Okay, good.
What? You want to play?
Yeah. So
You don't have to back
even though we get carried, should we toss run as well?
No.
No.
Alright.
You just...
I have a focus in running. I'm good at it.
Yeah, but you're damaged.
You get heals.
Damage good.
I'll save you, Fearless Senpai. Can. The entire cave area starts to fall to pieces, and despite the fact that there are the candles get
I
blown
pick
out.
up my armor on the way out, by the way.
Really?
Then
So
you have to
carry
drop
even
them.
more?
Ah, shit.
Yeah, but I'm good at running, so it's
Yeah.
good. It's fine.
I get them up there, and then I pick up my armor and my
now you have
stuff.
to roll to run.
Oh.
You got a lower target number to hit, but
15.
see?
Oh, I got a double.
Yeah, whatever. Anyway,
15 stamina.
even Keth got high. He
15.
was like, "Not today, bitch."
15.
Oh.
That's good.
Yeah, but I don't have. No, so it's 15 without. What? Cast dice.
What now?
He rolled high, apparently.
It wasn't Keth.
Okay, who did?
Oisan?
Oisan?
Did he? Is he
No.
gonna
Never was there ever an aptly named character. Oisan.
Well, you know, it's gonna take a fate point, I think.
Yeah.
If anyone's left in the chat.
He rolled.
There are 6 people watching, out of 1 is probably us.
Save Oisan!
Hashtag save Oisan.
Yeah, if you have a fumble point, you can spend it to save Oisan, or he dies in the rubble of this cave.
Don't you dare!
I don't think.
I need to remind you people of the risks involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Jesus! There was something about
Oh, crazy Tonya looks.
She gets very attached to her characters.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
making this character.
You know, if I end up killing Oisan, she is going to come up with a whole new character called Ufta. And
Yeah.
it's the same goddamn character. It's just like
It'll be his twin
brother.
Well, just look at it like this.
Yes.
You remember the cold circle when you killed one NPC?
It's not Keth. At least we have that.
Who cares about death?
Leclerc.
Vestwing says, no, I have none.
Everyone's funning up their friends. Anyways, you guys stumble out the entrance
Can I pay with cookies? She asks.
No. Bribe the GM. He's considering.
you, cheese.
Oh, go on. Take my last one, Lutra Gem says.
That is very generous, Lutra.
Cookies and the last one.
Aw.
Lutra Gem. Now you're in trouble.
You're too kind. Yeah,
No,
now we
we
don't
are-
have
we are
any
in trouble.
fate points.
My net falls. What happened?
Yeah, no. If we ever get screwed over at some point in the future, we're gonna be screwed.
Yep.
Because no one has any points left, as far as I know.
Draw more fan art.
It's actually the way forward. So you guys all erupt out of the entranceway to the chain.
It
the
froze.
Soil. What froze?
The stream.
When?
Yeah, it did.
Ooh.
Right now.
That's bad.
Oh,
no.
Ryurai still has points.
She's got
And
lots
the
of
stream is
fan
back on track.
Okay.
What did we miss?
Just start with us getting out of the cave, I think, is
To anyone observing outside, the mouth of the cave coughs out a rather large explosion of dust and rocks, and you guys, as you all come stumbling out. As you pick up the pieces, coughing up your guts from all of the dirty air that came with you, you're looking around for Oisan. And there's this horrible moment when you think, he's gone. And then there, sitting in front of you, he'd already left, with his badger in hand, looking at you all as if you're all idiots.
Really, did you not see that cave coming down around you? Honestly.
There was a very condescending, just looks at you all, and looks down at his badger and whispers something to his badger, looking at you like,
Oh.
you're not a crazy, are you? He's looking a bit dirty as well. And it's just a bit of a headcanon from my part. How he escaped was he followed the tunnel from the badger. The badger had actually made the tunnel for him since they got there.
How tiny is Oisan, really?
He's a little like a snake.
He's got bird bones. He can just, contract.
Zash seems to have been killed. His cult, whatever it was, has been buried underneath around 300 tons of rock and soil and Ferelden garbage. And now you have a Kunari who seems to be rather attentively watching Firil.
Is Firil kind of conscious now? And
I think I was conscious, but
You had a concussion, but you got over it.
yeah, I'm just bleeding now, I guess. I have a huge, I was hit in the thigh at some point, and where else? I don't remember.
It's the thigh and the head.
Well, your head.
Head, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the moment that we're out of the cave and it seems like everyone's safe and stuff, the Kunari draws his one of his swords, or actually both his swords, not as if he's going to attack. It's more of a, he draws them like that, sets them down on the ground in front of Firil, and kneels. I owe you a life debt. My life is yours until I have repaid it.
You're so gonna regret that decision.
I knew you would say that.
Firo's gonna be like, sure, dude. You could always join the Inquisition, I guess.
If that is your command, I will do so.
Valet.
Are you okay, by the way? Do you need healing?
Stitches are good, I guess.
I'll help you.
I have chirurgy,
First, hi.
so I can.
I'm Violet. Are you okay? And what is your name? And I know there's a lot of questions all at once, but yeah.
He just looks at you for a moment, just like gauging you.
She's my commander. She's the chief.
Now I got that in writing. That's the first time you said it since we began.
What?
She's in charge here. She's the chief.
Yeah, I'm just telling the Kunari in a language he would understand.
Oh, okay.
The Kunari gets up, picks up his swords and wipes them, sticks them back in their scabbards. I am Than, Thanja bees.
Well,
And I will now serve you.
well, okay. I don't really have any like rules for how this works, but sure.
We have a house, you can live in it, we have room.
We hail from Ostwick.
And you need to
where
give
we
us
operate.
all your information. Everything you know, we
Well,
want to know.
We'll get to that. I mean,
Yeah.
there are so many questions. But do you need healing? Do you require aid?
Scratches. Mere scratches. He's got like a big flesh wound
Are
down
you-
his arm.
Are you sure? I'm very proficient.
Sure, if you would like to, I'm not gonna stop you.
She'll cast a heal. Yeah, she hits the target number.
It'd be really embarrassing if she didn't.
Yeah,
That's
after saying she was proficient, yes, very.
why. You deserved it.
4, 5, 6, 7 hit points back.
Yeah, that helps.
And she'll do the same for Feral.
Yes, Gaffy's already on it.
Yeah, I'm on
Oh,
it.
okay, then I don't have to worry about that then.
Hey, Cannon, this is actually like a competition now. She's
Yeah.
going to use the magic, and Gaffy's like, I can do it quicker with stitches.
Oh, you're handling it. Oh, okay then.
I'm so good, I don't even need magic.
I guess that when Pharaoh gets her wounds kind of clean and stitched up, she will toss herself over Gaffy, squeezing him so hard with a hug. But it's like
Butch needle.
exactly.
And Valeth will come over and do the same, and it'll be like this group hug thing. Like, oh my God, are you all right? I was so worried.
I'm fine.
And then Pharaoh's gonna tell the Canary, "You there! This is a group hug. We're a group. You're gonna hug too. I command you."
he walks over kind of like,
She's
alright.
And she's looking
Very awkwardly kind of like,
Yep.
there.
And Keth probably, and then
What's he
Oystein
doing?
will be standing outside with his badger and like, I will
What
never
is he
understand
doing? What-
humans. Or else. What the fuck is going on?
God!
The cat took cheese.
Oh,
Lots
of cheese.
I literally went out. He was literally facing the cheese thing. Again, I come over. Like, I'm gonna. My cat is amazing, okay? His head was in the cheese basket over there. He's munching away. I'm like, guys, don't do it. He looks up at me and goes, He's gonna get as much as possible before the Ruman stops me. Little shit.
You probably also noticed that he's very strange looking for a Kunari. He has very small horns, and his skin is not very grey. Or it's like, it looks almost human coloured with a hint of a grey tint.
Valeth is too polite to ask straight off the bat. It's a bit of a personal thing, so she's not going to comment on it right now, but maybe later when they've gotten to know each other a little bit better.
You got 18 points back from the.
Awesome. I'm starting to feel so much better now. I'm
Um,
not half
I
point.
wouldn't worry too much about hit points. I mean,
No.
I think we can call this the end of this particular adventure,
Yes.
this plot hook. Your trip back to Ostwick.
What? No talkies?
I don't think we have time for that. It's almost like it's 10:34.
I don't care.
Aww.
Aww.
Gaffy wants to talk.
I want to catch up, okay?
Aww.
He's been out of it for a while.
What's happened since I was possessed by a demon lord? How many birthdays did I miss? I want all the presents now.
Am I like 18 yet?
Oh
Not
my
yet.
god.
How long is it till feast day?
I don't know! I don't have a calendar, okay?
We need to do something about that actually. I think that we can definitely have more talking in the next episode. I
Yeah.
promise.
Too long.
It'll probably be a talk-heavy episode
Yeah.
for everyone.
Including Gaffy.
You do find out though that Thanjabez is actually also from Ostwick.
Oh.
Tanji?
Thanjabes.
Thanji.
Thanji.
No.
Miss Thanji.
Than. and then Jabez.
Yeah, Than Jabez.
So Than.
Than.
Yeah.
Better than you.
I'm Gaffy, you're Than.
Yes.
Really missing names like Tim, aren't we?
Or Bez, but no, Than.
Than.
Than is
Than.
So, welcome to the Inquisition. You're officially a spy. I
It's
suppose.
secret.
Yeah, it's
ironic.
very
spy
secret.
before.
Well, I can tell you this much. This one is not doing a good job at being one. So, no job requirements, really.
That's rude.
Montage
It's not,
cut.
it's truth.
It's a montage cut to several scenes where someone opens the door, little Valet's there, it's like, "Hi, my name's Valet, we're from the Inquisition." Shh!
Just like, we're speaking with cultists. I don't remember what you shouted earlier today.
I'm
It
a
was
spirit,
something
not
like,
a
well,
god.
actually, I'm a spirit, not a goddess. There's a difference.
That was amazing. Spirit, not a god.
Oh, Ryurai actually asks, by the way, how many points do I actually have? I don't think I've used any, and I have made fan art since Christmas thingy. Also, does Anita's birthday present count?
Totally.
Totally. So you basically have 7.
What?
7.
Good job, girl.
I'm not going to tell everyone what they have. They got to remember it themselves, Danish. So.
Write it down.
Then subtract 1, and Lutra Gem keeps hers.
Okay, that's cool.
That's very kind.
I see what you're doing.
Yep. And it's making it safer for us, just in case one of them can't make it to stream.
Yes.
Fine. So, joined with the Kunari.
He's
Gaffy.
not a Canary.
The Kunari, not Kunari, but Kana Kunari. With Oisan and the Badger. Who incidentally is awesome. I love the Badger. We're now going to refer to him
Gizmo.
as Battle Badger Gizmo. That's hard to say.
You guys know that I actually had a chinchilla called Gizmo at one point? He
Do I?
died.
He died.
He did. It was really
Not chinchilla. He died.
I got the pug.
What was the other ones? Pablo and...
Oh, Sid and Pablo.
Sid and Pablo.
Pablo and Sid.
Can you name every pet from now on? That'd be great.
Puff Claw Solidarity.
Gizmo and Batman.
It's
was
not
the
her
first
fault her
choice.
net connection died at the crucial moment. No,
that's
it's
true.
not. And she's a Hufflepuff.
Okay, so wrapping it up. This was a good episode.
Yeah, so hi guys!
Yeah, this is our official new member of the Kestrels.
Apparently
I
half
get to
Canary.
join.
Half Koseth.
Why
Yeah,
does
they-
this remind me of Cat?
I know, we saw it earlier. It's amazing.
So
If you want to know what we're talking about, visit the Fateful Fumble fan group on Facebook. That's a lot of F's. And just look at what Ryurai posted.
It's a lot of F's given.
Yes, lots of F's.
Fantastic fucking faithful fan.
Yeah. And Lutra Gem says, what happens when Trevelyan shows up?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll get pregnant and drunk.
Yes.
I have dual played characters before in RPGs.
It'll be fine.
I'm sorry, you every single RPG where that is physically possible, you always play a dual weapon wielding rogue. And then you loot everything. Systematically.
No, Trevelyan just loots the wine cellar.
Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah.
Your journey back actually does reveal one bit of news for you. The Inquisition has not only finished its endeavours underground in the Storm Coast. Apparently there was some earthquakes that the Inquisitor managed to stop, but the Inquisitional army has engaged the main forces of Corythius somewhere in the deep south.
Interesting.
So a lot of the Inquisitional army is now busy somewhere else.
Well, it's not like they've helped us ever before. So.
No, we'll be fine. But if we do need backup, we're kind of screwed.
Well,
You're
Alright.
alone again. And we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. We're going to be putting up the dates for the next 2 episodes. The next one I think is going to be a bit more fun, I think. Probably more talking, I'm sorry.
Lots of talking. All
Less
the talking.
dice rolling. But I'm hoping to get another guest player on soon, because I promised, and I'm looking forward to playing that particular arc. We also have the continuation of the Fateswain legacies, with one with Greta, who is going to allow us to do, or Vestwing, say, who is going to allow us to explore her character's home in the Frostback Mountains. Following on the last episode of the Fateswain, she's going to be trying to unlock her Fateswain mark by going home and finishing some unfinished business, which basically means a lot of cold weather rolls, Isild's parents, which is going to be funny in itself, Avar culture in all of its hilarity, lots of new monsters and gimmicks, and best of all, some new companion characters who are probably a bit more inclined to using their shoulder to open doors than words or a lockpick kit.
It's gonna be fun.
I have so much else I really want to tell you guys, but I can't yet. But
Maybe next week.
Maybe next week.
Also, some old news and new news. First off, we still have t-shirts.
Yeah!
We do. So if you want some t-shirts, then the link is on the our Facebook page.
Yeah, but you can also just go to teespring.com and search for the Fateswain Saga, I think is the name of the store, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are arterial spray, beware of the bark spawn, is it a double, and Maker's Arsehole is also on there.
We should
What?
have.
That's
We
better.
should have the. What's the very best big boy? No.
Yeah,
Best big boy.
pretty decent big boy,
Yeah.
and well, actually is going to arrive at some
Yeah.
point, and also Feral is probably shit. That's probably going to be on there too.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
this is the first episode I've ever been covered in my own blood and not
Yeah.
anyone else's.
Yeah, I think so too.
Who spells that?
You've been damaged pretty badly this
Yeah, this
episode
episode.
compared to
Actually,
others.
so
No, I've
actually
never
managed
been
to
damaged
hit
before.
Yeah.
I think like.
Also,
really
secondly,
Yeah.
we are opening a Ko-fi.
Yes.
And we will be posting on the Facebook page and the fan page, and obviously make a post on every other social media platform, because we do have some minor expenses for the podcasts to actually host them.
Yeah. So if you want to support us, you can either buy
Yeah.
t-shirts, because all the money goes straight to us, or you could support us by buying us a coffee. Every dollar is like invaluable to us, because just it goes to helping us like host the podcast and maybe buy some like PR stuff and things in the future.
Yep.
Yeah.
If we get in a position where we actually have money for that, we might be able to upgrade some of our equipment. But we're expecting that to be quite far in the future, so please don't feel a pressure to do this, because we know that everyone's situation is different. But we really appreciate any form of support, whether it be a coffee or you just being present in the chat and being your awesome selves.
Yeah. Sending us fan art, story ideas, or NPCs, anything.
Yes.
So
yeah.
it looks like Liana's, Riori is actually doing the drawing of Gaff in the window frame.
Oh, fantastic.
We're gonna have
That
to
is
put
the
up on
thing
main
of beauty.
It's gonna be amazing.
That's
Right,
the thing of beauty.
thank you very much, guys, once again. Like, share, subscribe, all that guff, and stay faithful. See you,
Stay
everyone.
faithful. Bye.